Yeah, let's go. Punk rock and Cobain is how we grew up. K-rock was insane, I was such a screw up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Jason Lowery on the Nerds Have Spoken. Here with my partners in crime for the week. We're obviously down a few people. I got some Vendetta and I got some Popstar. How you guys doing?
Really good, brother. Really good. Really good.
Yeah.
Really
So
good.
how was your guys' week?
Swell.
Ooh,
Swell. All swell means is like, I'm alive. I didn't die.
Chuck North gave you a thumbs up on that one. So, all right. So let's kind of go around. So how was your guys' week? Let's go to, not me. Let's go to Coco. How was your week?
Well, to be honest, most of it was spent wondering how much money you were going to make from that incident with the snowplow. I was like, gosh, me and my parents were talking about this. I said, dude, mom, dad, in the middle of one of our podcasting sessions, my good buddy, the one that I make visits to the East Coast to, the one that you guys get mad at me for, not telling you that I disappeared from.
Yeah.
And just go to the East Coast. Yeah, my buddy Jason, him. Somebody just hit his car with a snowplow. And they were like, wait, so they parked, he was in his garage?
Yo, they hit it in my garage?
Like, it's just funny when you say it like that, the way their imagination
now kind of gets in the back of your head, like did he hit it in the garage?
I was like, no. I said he was parked in the street. Are you sure he was parked in the street? I don't understand how the snowplow could possibly miss. Well, it happened. All right. And that was that was dinner on Sunday dinner.
Sunday night's dinner conversation.
Yeah, and it goes, well.
Did you start out with my boy got his shit pushed in or something like that? Like.
No, I said after I looked at the damage at the pictures he sent, it looks like it's totaled. I'm like, oh no. And I said, yeah, and the sad part is it's a 2005 Highlander, and my parents were like, oh yeah, no, that's an old car. How does he get keep it so? So it was, Mom, you should know. You worked for Toyota forever, so you should know that these things last.
Uh-huh.
And
plus being a gearhead, I keep everything going. So.
She goes, yeah, I mean, just like him, I wouldn't want new car payments either. So, because of my lack of a life, we discussed you because.
Oh, so you have me to thank, okay, or
right?
I mean,
my point is, no, I'm not saying that it's because of you I don't have a lack of a life. It's because of you I had something to talk about because I didn't have nothing to share other than Jay's got more adventures going on. Because I know this is work, and I talk about my Funko Pops to my parents. They fucking 40-year-old talking
you're gonna get popped in the back of the head.
Toys, right? 40-year-old man talking.
They're like, they're not even action
toys.
figures; they're just dolls with bobbly heads.
Yeah, I'm like so much disappointment going on. He switched to a whole other religion, and he's still collecting toys. No grandchildren.
And he looks like the Filipino Eazy-E now with that haircut.
Exactly. Like my son's a hippie. What the hell?
Dude, you need to one week on our show. You need to like just have some fucking lokes on and fucking like everything just to like fuck with people.
I'll try. I don't have any. I haven't gotten any Ray-Ban. Oh, yeah, I lost my pair of Ray-Bans. So I may have to get a set. No, but other than that, man, really, it's just been work. I mean, what can I say? In our neck of the woods, things have shut down so much so that I have to go to church online again, like we do Zoom.
Wow.
Meeting church, not back. Which is fine with me. Save gas. Stay in. Just prepare.
Just as long as you don't have to share your video and your roommate walks by butt ass naked or something.
Oh, that would be a nightmare, dude. But I think that'd be funny.
I could just see it now, like I could in your background, and all of a sudden your roommate's like oh, maybe I'll take a bath this time. Butt ass naked, bends down like right there to see everything. Like,
And I'd be like, oh
I can
no.
see the Holy Ghost. Oh wait.
Oh no. But yeah, no, that was pretty much my week. Really, I wish I had something more exciting to to share, but just work really. You know, that's I guess when we get as old as we are routine. You know what I'm saying? And if I had kids to talk shit about, I would, but I got to get to that point first, right? So.
Well, speaking
So
talking shit about kids, Ralphie, how was your
I
week?
know exactly.
My week was thank goodness it was short. I was off on Monday. Um I went to two wakes. Um Obviously from last week's show, a friend of mine passed away. I went to his wake on Monday. There was an insane amount of people there. He was a good man. He was a good man, and a lot of people came out to show love, and that was beautiful. Then I got back to work, and broken fire engines, and let me tell you something, man. I feel bad for the police. I really do. Those of them that are still out there cruising the streets and Dodge Chargers, I feel bad for all of y'all because these things are just garbage. They
Hemis.
are, and the thing is, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I thought when I first started this job, I thought that the least they could do for these police officers is hit them off with like, Dodge Chargers with like Hemis in them and stuff. Like, give them something to work with, bro. They got the 3.6 V6 in them.
Oh no.
Who the
Really?
Yeah, who the hell are you chasing down with that, man?
You're not.
You're not.
You're
You're
not.
not. And these things are extremely unreliable. These things, like they break all the time. I've got one inside in my bay right now with a blasted water a blasted water pump, trans coolers leaking, the crank pulley when you're running the car, the crank pulley's doing this. It's just
Oh
like,
It's
no.
making that
yeah.
high pitched whistle sound.
The engine itself has a nasty slap in it, and I'm just sitting there like, bruh, this thing's on its last legs, and it doesn't even have a lot of mileage on it yet. And I'm like,
Why
yo,
would not
I
supercharged or nothing? Just V6 straight?
just straight. Most of those cars are all sixes.
Yo, you need to move down here, work on some of the ones down here, dude. Those, like, dude, we got a Viper and shit like that down here in Fairfax County. Like, we got all sorts of shit down here.
Bruh, you gotta see the border patrol. The border patrol, they got some wicked stuff. But
Federal
anyway,
government, man. Federal.
I don't I don't want to get off the point here, but yeah, broken fire trucks, broken fire engines, and broken police cars, and um I'm doing public work stuff now too, so I got broken garbage trucks, broken we had a sewer truck explode, and it's just it's busy, man. It's really really busy, and then I come home, and of course you got the kiddos, and you know I- I'm thankful that my son is as close to me as he is, because I always prayed about that. I always wanted my son and me to be finger and nail, and I got that to the 10th power. I can't poop. I can't go to the bathroom. I can't think. I have to wait till everybody's asleep to come in here and have my action figure time. Um, that's why if you see me in a chat, it's at 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that too. But my kids are awesome, man. My kids are awesome. Other than that, yeah, Jason, you were a topic of conversation in our house as well.
Oh no.
Yeah, we were talking about your ordeal, and I was like, he's in the middle, and I showed my wife the footage, and she goes, "No way." I was like, "Yeah, he had to get up and walk out because his shit got plowed in." and he took it hard from the rear. He took it hard from the rear.
I would say that'd be this week's podcast name, but we probably get banned from YouTube.
He took it hard from the rear.
And I showed her pictures of the car, and she was like, oh, I'd be pissed. And then I showed her the audio, and she was like, yeah, he was pissed.
You goddamn right, I'm fucking pissed off.
You know what's going to be awesome is after I saw the pictures yesterday, I'm going to be talking. The next topic of discussion, since I have no life, is the new vehicle that you got.
Oh yeah, I'll get to that.
Yeah, but other than that, some stuff came in, which you'll see in the haul section, and
nice.
We got a decent weekend. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome, dude.
How about you, Jay?
Well,
Well,
I guess you can say the week started out with a bang.
Kaboom!
Yeah,
literally.
We were, as some people know, last weekend we were starting to record, and in the middle of recording, I witnessed my parked SUV on the street get rear-ended by a snowplow. Which you could probably see from last week's footage if you watched. You can see I kind of spliced 2 episodes together because we lost part of last week's episode. So, yeah, in the middle of the episode, all of a sudden I looked out. My buddy was here. He's like, "Yo, the SUV got slammed in the rear." So my big ass runs out there, and I have to tell the story from this. So I get out there, and these 2 guys, like these 5-foot Hispanic guys, are standing out there, and they're driving these big ass fucking plows.
Oh no, he's the KKK, man.
No. So here's even better. So these 2 guys, they get out of the truck, right? And I swear to God, I thought
ZZ Top lives here.
Yo, I thought I was gonna get I thought I was gonna get attacked by Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. All the fucking Oompa Loompas around. So, so my buddy walks out before me, and these 2 guys are out there, and I walk out, and yo, the look on their faces, they're like, "Yo, we're about to get our ass fucking whooped." And I got out there, and I was like, "Yo, what? How the fuck did you hit a parked car on the side of the street with a lamp that's lit up right across from it?" And the guy's, he was sitting there, and he goes, "No habla inglés." And I was like, okay. So I'm walking around, and I'm sitting there, and I'm taking video, going over the scene and everything else. And all of a sudden I hear because my buddy Lewis, he's Puerto Rican, right? So they see him walk out before me, and, they were speaking English. And then I walked out, then they started speaking Spanish, right?
Oh, yeah.
So Lewis got out there, and they didn't understand me. They called me a stupid gringo, and that's when I responded.
They didn't know you had a ghetto pass.
Yeah. So Lewis is like, "Oh shit," and he knew what was gonna happen. And I turned around and looked at him, and I was like, "Excuse me?" I was like, "Dude, I understood every word you said," and I responded back to him, and both of them are like, "We're gonna wait in our trucks for our supervisor," and then they fucking bolted. So there were 2 trucks, right? There was one that was an F-150 with an 8-foot plow, but he was back in the cul-de-sac down the street.
That's what's supposed to be on that street.
Yeah. But the thing that hit me was something supposed to be on the parkway, which was an F-450 with an 11-foot plow.
Mm-hmm.
So the 11-foot plow, not only do I'm on the corner unit at the end of a cul-de-sac, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not only did they hit it just outside the cul-de-sac where I'm at, because I'm the first house on the right after you exit the cul-de-sac. Not only did they hit it, but they pushed it up 30 plus feet up the hill. Up an incline. And so the supervisor gets there, and he starts talking to him. He's like, "Oh, this happens all the time." I'm like, So you're admitting that you forcefully hit people's cars on purpose? And the guy looked at me. He's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. No. I was like, wait a minute, you just said that. And so he goes,
not this specific situation.
yeah, not in this specific situation, sir. Like,
I'm just saying in general.
Yeah. So then the guy starts talking to his supervisor, right? Didn't think I could hear him. And he's like, yeah, he was parked 2 feet out from the curb. I hit him. He came out of nowhere, like everything else. So then I kept my mouth shut. I waited till the cop got there. Well, before I called the cop, the guy's like, well, keep in mind, these guys that hit the SUV, wouldn't give us their license and insurance information so we could exchange. He refused to talk to us until a supervisor got there. So after that had happened, and the supervisor got there, the supervisor's like, okay, let's let the insurance companies handle this. I was like, nah, I called the cops. And he was like, what'd you call the cops for? And I'm like, because I called the cops, because this is way too fucking shady.
Mm-hmm.
So the cop shows up, and he's like, what seems to be the problem? I was like, well, I looked at the cop, and I was like, there was a slight bit of an accident, and this dumb fuck over here hit my SUV. And the cop just starts laughing. He's like, can you show me the damage? I was like, you can't fucking miss it. And so we're with the flashlight. He's like, oh yeah, I see some scrape damage. I was like, keep going. And all of a sudden, the cop walks around the side, and he goes, oh damn. And so just to kind of show you guys, I'm going to share this real quick.
The damage.
No, just wait.
Oh,
so here's the picture of, see right here? That is my tail light when he first initially hit it. All right, brother. Don't worry, there wasn't anything else. That was just Lewis telling me he was going to work. So you can see here's my tail light when he initially hit it. And that's how far up he pushed my SUV.
Dear God Almighty.
So you see the curb right here,
parking
right?
brakes on.
Parking brake on. You can see I'm parked right here against the curb. You can see the snow.
A Highlander. This is not a small vehicle, folks.
Yes. And you can see he pushed me out into the road a little bit, back up the curb, back over, and then straight. You see that? That stripe? Yeah. Keep in mind, he was telling the cop that he was plowing. Do you see any snow plowed right there where my SUV is?
None.
So, okay, so I'm going to share, let's see here. I'm going to share all of these. Okay. All right, here you go. So to kind of give you an idea here. Oops, wrong.
Yeah, we don't want to see any dick pics.
Those are later. So you see where my SUV is, light, right?
Uh-huh.
You see this big light pole that's directly across from me?
Yes.
Yes, and he moved me at least 3 car lengths of the SUV up.
Wow.
So you can see the damage here. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
It's totaled like the cornflakes.
Blew the back window out, scraped the side. Keep in mind the parking brake was on.
And if I may add, this is a real-time all-wheel drive vehicle, so all 4 wheels are locked when the thing is in park. So when he's pushing this thing up, the 4 wheels are not turning. They are literally skidding and taking up snow and pavement with them as he's dragging it up the street.
You can plainly see right here where the tracks went. So anyways, that kind of gives you an idea of how far up he hit. And you can see the snowplow. Look how big that bitch is. Look how small my SUV is. Looks compared to that truck.
That's a big bitch.
So this is when
I always wanted to say that.
This is a big bitch. So anyways, so now I'm going to go to the actual daytime photos where you can see the damage. Now I'm going to share this real quick. Bam. So here's the funny thing about all of this. One, you don't see the tire damaged at all. You don't see my bumper damaged at all. but you see everything up top.
That's
So
the
which
impact
means
point.
his snowplow wasn't down on the ground when he hit
Nope.
it. So why did he tell his boss and the cop that he was plowing?
Maybe
Right?
he was plowing somebody in the vehicle.
I don't know. I kind of
He must have
my
dropped
buddy,
a cigarette. He must have dropped a
no,
coffee.
I like mine better. So my buddy Harold hit me up and I told him the pictures and I showed him what had happened. He's like, yo, he was probably getting a blowjob or something driving down the road and fucking,
That's what he-
fucking had to swerve.
He's
But
getting
you
a
can see
snow
here how
job.
far it got pushed in. I took the tarp off of it just to snap picture of it, but it's a uni frame, so it's a uni body, so it's done. I couldn't even open up the back door.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look how far that was crunched in.
That door is probably holding that quarter panel straight. You open that door, you'll never close it again
Nope.
because that thing will just fold right
Look,
down.
you can even see it scraped down the side too.
Yeah.
So look at that. See how nice curved out right here, and then fucking.
Jay, what does sack butt mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that like
I'll tell you that later, Big Daddy. It's a term for what is it? Like a horn, because Bethany's family and Bethany are pretty much all went to Virginia Tech. They all did. Remember we talked about this. They all did. Or they all played different instruments. You know, like her dad. You know, he plays one. Bethany plays one. They all play. So, but that kid, it gives you an idea. You can see it right there.
That's a good shot, man. That thing took a good shot.
But so that night, I decided to go car shopping and start looking. And so we were looking. We were talking to getting some input from our parents. Like we were all looking at different stuff. And I just happened to come across something on Carvana. If you've never used this site, do it. So we ended up Friday, we got delivered a 2018 Toyota Highlander by Carvana, Toyota Highlander XLE all-wheel drive.
Nice.
Look at that.
Yep. Welcome to fancy electronics.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to put a roof rack on it. I've already got side runners because Bethany has to hop up to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this is crazy. So we sat in it and I was eye level with somebody in an F-150. But yeah, so pretty clean. Pretty excited.
I like the rims that they gave it.
Mm-hmm. It's like a gunmetal and, but yeah.
Nice truck.
Yeah, pretty excited. You know, we were happy to get it delivered.
I'm a Phantom Gray guy too. That's the colors I prefer on all my.
Well, that it's crazy. So that color was called mica gray. It's like a graphite gray, I guess.
Mhm.
So
I like it in any kind of that kind of color. That Phantom Gray, the graphite gray, dark gray, whatever.
Mm-hmm. So that happened. We got the car this Friday. You know, standard stuff throughout the week. I worked. You know, things like that. We got to see my mom Saturday. We went, showed the SUV to them. We took them to lunch, stuff like that. Just kind of hung out with them. And then today, just kind of relaxed a bit. I was up too fucking late last night. Like I ended up getting like a stomach bug. Yo, we got it. Let's just put it this way. I had a moment like Maya did at TFCon. You know what that? So Maya had a moment, Josh at that time, now Maya, she had a moment where she woke up and shit.
What?
So,
herself without knowing.
And the crazy part about it was hers was way worse than what happened to me, but she woke up and then I wake up at TFCon. I wake up in the morning. I was like, we were at Tyler's house on the way back, and I was like, yo, who's cat shit somewhere? Like, it smells funky. Come to find out, Maya had crawled across the floor and left a snail trail from where she was sleeping in the living room to the bathroom. But it wasn't that bad like me. But the funny thing is that so my stomach somehow. So we ordered food the other night, and for some reason I don't know if mine wasn't cooked right or something, but all of a sudden out of nowhere my stomach went fucking nuts. Like, dude, it was funny because Bethany, I was like, oh my God, I was like, my stomach is killing me. As soon I sneezed and I shit myself. Like, and yo, I'm not kidding. It wasn't just like, oh, I sharted. No, I like Bethany had to clean my pants, fucking all my clothes, like
oh
up my
shit!
shirt.
So it was like an ice cream dispenser, like a.
It was all liquid. And
Ah.
the funny thing is that I was in the middle of it happened. I was like, oh, this ain't right. And then
Chunky Yoo-hoo, rocketing. Rocketing.
So the anyway, so long story short, like, so I went to the bathroom. I was like, man, my stomach's bad. And like when you got it bad, and you hear like the gurgling going on in your intestines.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. I was sitting there, and every time I gurgled, everything released every single time. I kid you not. It was Bethany. Bethany was trying not to laugh, but at the same time, I wasn't trying to laugh, and I was like, "Yo, my stomach is fucked up," and I was just like, "Dude,
you had a boiling tar pit. You had a boiling tar pit.
Yeah, in my pants." So what happened was, like, I was like, "Oh God, my stomach," and I ran to the bathroom. I didn't get my pants off in time. Yo, I fucking sprayed the floor, the toilet, up the toilet, fucking everything.
You know Bethany loves you, dog. You know Bethany loves you, bro, because I would have had to clean that shit up myself.
I called Bethany on my phone. I was like, Bethany? She's like, what's wrong? She comes in. She's like, oh. So I got no pants on. I fucking run upstairs after like cleaning off, and then I go take a shower, right? I was like, okay, cool. I was like, it passes. Everything's good. Tell me why an hour and a half later it fucking happened again.
It wasn't done. Round 2.
No.
Fight!
No. I went through 6 sets of clothes in one night. It kept happening.
Damn. Jay.
Anytime I moved, it was like, oh, there it goes. Like, I had to sleep with a fucking towel on the bed because I was afraid I was gonna like wake up in like a vat of fucking tar.
Was this like a booze? Was it like a booze clean out, or like what happened?
No, what happened was we ordered food. And what happened was they think it might have been salmonella or something because or E. coli because dude, it came on quick. Like as soon as I ate, it started happening. Like, and it was nothing, dude. I didn't do anything solid for like 2.5 days straight.
Yeah.
Wow.
That has to be the case because I've seen videos of dudes that had to be.
Yo, it was like a scene from Dumb and Dumber where the guy's like, oh, like, dude, it was like that. Like, I'm not kidding.
Poor
hey,
Bethany, man.
Watch this. Hey,
Poor
Bethany.
Kid.
Oh, she must be outside walking the dog.
She probably walked in the bathroom like.
Yo, and it was funny because I usually wore like cotton boxers, right? And then I was like, oh, I saw like the and one style ones, like the what's it called? So I started wearing those, and I was like, yo, all that was a fucking screen for like anything solid because everything else fucking leaked right past. Oh my God, it was so bad. Dude, I gotta get Beth in here so she can fucking give you her side of the story. It was fucking wild as soon as she gets in here. But yo, so like I've been dealing with fucking stomach issues the last 2 days. And then finally today it fucking passed like around lunchtime. I was like, all right, I'm good. But yo, it was funny. So we were sitting down, they were like, oh, how are you feeling? I was like, yo, I feel like I'm the brand new guy that walked into prison on the first day. And they were like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "What do you think?" Like, And I was like, everybody. I said I walked into the bathroom. I started getting looks, and then I came out. And my ass was sore. Like,
New
dude,
bitch.
oh my god! Like Bethany felt so bad, but she was trying not to laugh, and I was trying not to laugh because I didn't want to shit myself again from fucking doing any like sudden movements. Like,
Bubba's new roommate.
yo, but oh
It's
my
crazy.
god!
When I get older, because of stomach issues, the dignity is just stripped away from me. When I was younger, I'd never experienced these kind of things, but as I get older,
Yeah.
because of different kind of meds that I'm on,
Yeah.
I all the stuff that I used to see on television, I was like, no way that they're overacting in these situations when they're trying to hold shit, right?
Yeah.
And then when it became my turn to absolutely,
you're like,
to hold on, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, oh, the pain is exactly. I'm trying to hold.
But the funny part was, so Bethany fell asleep, and literally I was up Friday and Saturday night till like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I just kept going constantly. Like once every hour and a half I went. Wow. And it was just the same thing over and over for 2.5 days straight. And like it was wild. I know I'm making a fool of myself, but I don't give a fuck. But it was just funny as hell. Like I was just like, oh my god. And then all I could think of is like that fucking time that happened when Maya at TFCon and Tyler's floor. Cause like I'm picturing I'm picturing all that, and I'm like, fuck. Like, how did you hold your composure through all that? And then Bethany, I got up right like a couple of times because literally it not happened once or twice, but it happened like 3 or 4 times where I sprayed the fucking bathroom, and like there's just no time, and like dude, it's fucking wild. I've never experienced that before in my life. And I told Bethany, I was like, yo, I don't know what's going on, but I may have to go to the doctor or something. And then it passed. Like everything's good now. But holy hell, like what was the first mistake is that I have like a white t-shirt that I tuck in, right? That I wear underneath my shirts. Well, the first time that it happened, I made the mistake of having my t-shirt tucked in. And I didn't have enough time to untuck my shirt and fucking drop my pants. And I was like, well, that's it. Like, But
there that goes.
Yeah. So anyways, long story short, like it was just fucking wild the entire weekend. And like at night, I told Bethany, I was like, I'm almost half tempted to go to the fucking store and get some like fucking Depends, just to sleep in at night. I was like, because I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. And, she's like, no, you'll be fine. I was like, all right. And then next thing you know, like, I was like, all right. So I ended up wearing like fucking 2 pairs of boxers to bed. I was like, I'm fucking doing that. I was like, I'm fucking putting a towel on the bed. And then I was fine at night. Right. I didn't have one fucking problem all night. And then I woke up the following morning, and I woke up, went to take a piss, and I sneezed and shit myself while I was standing up taking a leak. I was like, God damn it. Yo, I think I had 6 showers in 2 days. Because of yeah. And it just so happened you're like, it's kind of like that whole theory, like, you're going on a trip and you're on your way home. And you got to go to the bathroom, but it hits you worse right when you get to the front door and you're trying to unlock, get your keys. You're like, fuck. It was insane.
Snarts are way worse than sharts. I don't care who you are. There's nothing worse than a snart, bro.
Yeah.
Bro. A chunky snart, bro. That is the worst. Because, you got it coming out of both ends. You're trying to cover your mouth. You can't cover the other side. And,
oh, my God.
Bruh. It's
now that we killed
worst.
Everybody on this episode, holy shit. Like,
yeah, I think we're going to have like 4 views. Right after this, where everybody's going to be like, nah, I ain't watching the rest of this. I'm good.
Yeah, everybody's like, fuck these guys. I'm not ever watching them again. Like, now we know. Should we call the episode Holy Shit? No, I'm just kidding.
So that was your week. That was out of the.
So that was like the ending towards my. Not only did my SUV get plowed last week, but then I felt like my ass. Yeah, anyway, But other than that, I had a good week, a good, work and everything else. So, I mean, other than that, everything's pretty copacetic. So, yeah.
Awesome. So with that being said, Jason, what time is it?
Oh, God. I want to say something, but I'm just going to go with the normal.
Say it. It's time to nerd up or shit up.
Yeah, it's time to nerd up or shit up. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What a sticky situation. Anyway. Oh. Okay, now I'm back.
Woosah.
But yeah. So, hauls. We're going to get into some hauls?
Let's get into some hauls, man. Let's get into some hauls.
But what are we missing? First? I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you.
I was gonna say, wait, what the hell?
He's like, what?
Do I have
Shake
this
and
much?
bake? Anyway, so all right. So who do we want to go with first?
Why don't you go first?
All right. God, it sounds pompous as fuck going first. I don't even remember what the fuck I had. Like, everything just happened so quick. Did I show the last time we were on, like, RC parts and shit? I can't remember.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
I know I showed some parts, but did I show you, like, a whole box of shit that I had, like this?
You showed that one.
Yes, you showed that.
The green thing on it.
I'm actually trying to get myself one of those now. But I want one fan, not two.
I literally got a whole box of parts. I don't think I showed these. I think I showed them to you, but I don't think you recorded them. To kind of give you an idea, my RC truck from like Christmas gifts and gift cards and shit, I got parts.
Yeah.
So here's the transmission and the gearbox.
Mm-hmm.
It's aluminum.
It's very hefty.
Breaking news from the NFL. Looks like the Chiefs are up 14-7 against the Bills right before halftime.
Shout out to the Rams.
Yes.
Yes.
For that last minute kick, that was awesome.
For not choking.
Yeah.
So I can't remember if I showed these or not. I'll just show them again. Fuck it.
Real.
So these are some of the leakage parts stuff for upper and lower. Yo, they better not have fucking gave me the same thing. No, it says they're different, but they're the same size. Oh, anyway. Let's see here. Here's the steering leakage.
Look at the size of that, bro. That's beefy.
Hmm?
All aluminum. Solid, too.
Yeah, dude, it's on like a rubber bushing and everything. So.
Yeah.
So I literally got a whole box of parts. I did show the Wolverine. I do remember showing that. That was the week before. Okay, here. So here is the transmission casing. This is, I think this is for the front.
Differential case.
Yeah, look at that.
That's pretty strong. That's pretty beefy.
Yeah. So I got all that stuff. What else did I do? Oh, here you go. So shout out to some Magic Square for finally finishing this bitch. But
yeah, baby.
Yay.
That thing is pretty, man.
Dude, look at this.
I know you guys showed me that. I know you guys told me that in real life it looks much brighter.
It is much brighter.
But on camera, it looks like Reagan throw up from fucking Exorcist colors.
Look at that.
Looks good. Looks clean. That's probably the cleanest Devastator I've actually seen.
I'd like to see a masterpiece version of this.
You know how they're gonna do it. Was that what was that Wei Jiang is gonna Wei Jiang?
Look at that.
Man, they got that good.
So here are these two side by side. I think I showed this off camera. I can't fucking remember. Everything's been such a blur. To kind of give you an idea, look how much bigger he looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes sense for him to be bigger since he is 6 pieces.
And they're construction vehicles.
Exactly. I didn't want
Mhm.
aside from the obvious.
Yeah. So, dude, I love this thing.
That
So,
looks
yeah.
really good.
Let's see here. What else did I get? Did I show? I can't remember. Did I show Puffer? I don't think so. I can't remember.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
See that silver, man? That silver on the arms.
Look at that.
It's like
I
darn
like
near
the orange
chrome.
paint. It looks almost like chrome, doesn't it? But it's a really
Yeah.
nice silver finish. The thing that throws me off though is the belly button, but it was like that in the cartoon.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna front, dude. I really enjoyed playing with the regular toy version, even though it looked nothing like a
Mhm.
cartoon. You know, at least as far as robot mode's concerned, you know what I'm saying? So,
The other thing I got, pull this bad boy out. Shout out to Terry's TFs. This
Terry?
finally fucking showed.
He's muted.
yeah, he did mute himself.
You're muted. There you go.
Uh-oh. There you go.
There it is. Sorry, I hit the
There you
fucking
go.
cord. But dude, look at this.
That's
Hey,
a
wait.
nice looking thundercracker. That's that deformation one,
They're
right?
so high.
Yep.
That looked good, man. They really did a nice job on them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
Does it-
people are complaining about that paint finish, but you know what? I don't mind it so much.
No. People could, to be honest, I've learned people complain just to complain. Motherfucker, I have to put this down.
Why is the wing so high?
Oh, it's because they pack it like this, right?
Yeah, they
Oh,
package it that
So
way.
what you do is you take this, rotate it around.
Okay, yeah, just making sure that they could be done that way because I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. So it's just a little stiff, but
And then of course it comes with the add-on kit now, so they could smooth out
yeah,
all the
it's
back
got
of the
the
wing.
add-on kit, like everything. Oh, the
Breaking
add-on kit, I
news.
have it in the box.
Breaking news for the purposes of time stamping the significance of this day. Tie game, it appears, before the half.
Oh wow. So yeah, so here's the fillers.
Yeah, it looks real sharp with that on it. Really
And-
completes it nice.
So I haven't figured out. So this just snaps on the back, right? So
Yeah.
let me show you this. And this hatchet has the same finish. I don't know how the fuck they matched it that well. Like,
Ooh.
look at that. So what you do is you take these and you push them up, like here and here,
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then what you do is literally just snaps on the back. So you put it like this and it just slides into place. But it doesn't really like hold in stiff. It's just there.
You know
And
what?
I don't
That
know if I'm
looks
doing something
clean.
wrong. Oh, that's why.
I could see the arguments what people would have made back in the day. Oh, it's a parts farmer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. People are starting to say that, but you know, without this kit is just an add-on. So like, you could pose the figure without it, and it looks finished
Mhm.
anyway.
Yeah, it does. And then you got the wings, which are painted also, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty easy to put them on. I don't want to put them on. I just got it because it comes with the figure, but I'm not going to put them on. I'm fine with the back like this.
Mhm.
But literally, it's got the plug in the back, right? And it plugs into this port. And basically, what you do is you just take this, align that port. I don't want to snap it all the way, but see if I can get that. am I doing wrong? Oh, that's why. I have to push that down a little bit. But yeah, so I'll just put it on real quick just to hold on to it. It shows you the difference in the side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
With
have it
it on.
snapped all the way because I don't want to flip it around. But
With it on, it looks like you're watching the cartoon. Like literally
Yeah.
pops out of the TV. This thing looks really, really good.
yeah, and then you got this piece here that goes in the back. Now there's a piece that goes over here, but honestly, I'm not worried about putting this on, like either one of these. But it's cool that they give that to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but other than that, that's pretty much everything I got for the week. So, Coco, what'd you get?
Well, let's start with the stuff that you guys might have no clue about real quick.
Yeah.
Pops?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Let's do it in order. So, I got into this thing called Fire Force. An anime called Fire Force. It ain't too bad. And yeah, I picked up Arthur.
Fire Force.
Yeah, with this looks like a lightsaber.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool.
See, I need to find a way. And what appears to be his nun-companion, Iris.
Nice.
A nun companion, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
By the way, this is not for kids. The show is a little too
Risque.
risque for that.
Is that an actual nun or is that just a dress up nun?
I don't know, to be honest, man.
I think it's the latter, but
Yeah. Maki.
Cool eyes.
Oh, so they stopped making Transformers and they start making Pops. Maki toys.
I know,
No, I'm just kidding.
Shinra. And I got the glow in the dark version from Box Lunch.
Nice.
I'm sure me and you guys will be talking about this once they actually release the show on Netflix or something for the masses to consume. You know what I mean? But at the moment, it's kind of what's going on. Now, a little bit, well, you guys should know this show, My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
I remember how last week I think I showed you guys that I picked up Twice, which is a bad guy who clones himself in the show. Well, I was able to get his chase fig.
Oh, nice.
For a pretty good deal, actually.
It looks like if Billy Idol was a character. For a white wedding.
And then I was able to get this really awesome San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Tiki version of the Toucan. I love.
Is his name Sam?
No, it's just too. Yeah, he's the mascot for SDCC, the Toucan. But in this case,
yeah.
this one's the Toucan, the Tiki version. It's kind of cool. And now
Tiki Barber. Shout out to Brammer.
And the last of the Don't Starve characters that I was missing, Weber, with his companion, the warrior spider from the game Don't Starve. Now for the stuff that you guys do know. Right? Well, actually, not quite yet. Maybe you guys know. Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Yomei Himejima. He's the most powerful of the Hashira. And I got his chase one too. Pretty good deal on this. The chase. This one is him with the tears. Him crying.
That looks cool. That looks cool. They got that off. That looks good.
Cool. And hang on. All right, something you guys know for sure. Krampus, the chase edition.
What? Krampus?
Krampus. Yeah. I love
wild.
Krampus. I know I don't celebrate no kind of holidays, but watching those Krampus movies were so dope. He's such
They
a
made
great
like
villain.
what 5 of them, right, or something like that.
Yeah, 5 different versions of Krampus Funko Pops. Yeah, this is the regular Chase one. But I love, yeah. And now something that you guys, okay, so y'all saw me pick up some Book of Boba Fett stuff last
Yeah.
week, right? I got doubles, so I could, you know, open it up, one for open and one to, for display.
Fennec,
I got
nice.
Fennec and Book and Boba from Book of Boba. And Walmart editions came from the mail too. I was pretty excited to get doubles of this guy, especially since he's you know, it's him in his Last Samurai gear.
I like how they got the.
It looks like Annie Lennox dressed up as a Star Wars character. Like,
I like how they got the scars on his head.
Right? Yeah, they got that pretty good. And I picked up the Hot Toys, my new Hot Toys Cost Baby. Boba Fett.
Nice.
Hot Toys. I got that and the Hot Toys Fennec Shand. I love doing the comparison videos.
That looks really good. Can you hold that up again real quick?
Fennec, yeah.
That looks really good.
Here, hang on, let me zoom in on it. Okay.
That's real cool looking.
That is cool. Now, is she a bobblehead or no?
Yes. She's a bobblehead. You can see the
oh, yeah.
You can check, like, compare the braids between the pop and the Hot Toys.
Wow.
Well, the funny thing is the pop looks more like Ming Na Wei to me than the Cost Baby one, but it's all right. The Cost Baby one still has a lot of charm to it because a face, right, versus just eyeballs. Oh, and you guys are gonna love this one. That iconic moment. Grogu, that's right, on his
where he's on the rock. Yeah.
I think there you go. Grogu on his using the Force rock.
I think that looked like me like all weekend.
And one last really awesome thing. This one's the banger right here. This is Boba Fett on the throne with Fennec Shand in his.
That looks freaking.
That's a good one.
Right.
That is dope.
Yeah.
That looks real dope.
Yeah. That was I couldn't resist when I saw it. I was like, you know what? I have to. I don't know if I have any room for this, but I'm gonna make room because this scene was pretty baller last year. Remember when we saw the very end of the Mandalorian season 2 end credit scene? I was like, wow, would have thought. But yeah, other than that, and I did pick up Rig 2. I forgot to bring it in my thing, so but I got mine's came in too. And that's all I got. So what about you, Young V?
Well, I got? I'll start with my RC stuff.
Prepare to have your mind blown.
Since Jason's got to go, I want to show off right quick. I got some RC stuff. For my drift car, I got some road tires and some snazzy looking wheels. Shout out to HPI Racing. I got some 3 racing brake rotors and calipers for my drift car, and I also got, shout out to Tamiya, I got a Mazda RX-7 body. For anybody, for anybody that is listening that knows me from my past, I used to be huge into the import car scene, and just before I left the scene, not many people know this, but I had a 1995 Mazda RX-7. It was black. It had some snazzy wheels on it, and it had 550 horsepower. And I want to recreate that in my RC car. So that's going to be a project in and of itself. What else did I cop? I got some RC batteries. Because they're lipo, you put them in a lipo safe bag because they are extremely flammable. But I just wanted to show these off. For one's for my stadium truck and the other is for my drift car. What else did I cop?
Drift.
I am on a 66 Batman. I'm on a Batman kick in case y'all can't tell. I love the bat, and I don't care who you are. If you don't pay homage to the old school, then you'll never appreciate the new school. And I got into my 66 Batman kick this week, and I ordered this some time ago. It's the entire box set of every single episode
Wow.
of the
Wow.
19 yes of the
Adam West.
Dude, that's a cool set.
of Adam West and Burt Ward, and I don't care. Let me tell you something. I got a chance, God rest his soul, I got a chance to visit the George Barris Museum. Being a gearhead, the guy was an automotive genius.
Dude, he did so much cool shit.
He did so much. The car, the Munsters, everything down to Kit, Knight Rider. He did all these incredible vehicles. But to me, I guess his coup d'etat, his masterpiece was the 1966 Lincoln Futura. To me, that was the pinnacle of everything he ever designed. People love the current Batmobiles. They love a lot of people have the opinion, and I wouldn't argue it, that Michael Keaton's Batmobile was probably the greatest of all time.
Before you continue, what I've always wanted to know this, and somehow I never got a proper answer, or I never researched it enough. Well, what the fuck kind of car is that actually? Was that a Corvette was that a Corvette?
Which one, Michael Keaton's Batmobile?
Yeah,
it was a Chevy. A lot of people like to believe it was a Corvette. It was not a Corvette. It wasn't a Vet. None of the show cars, none of the cars made for the movie. I think there were something like 14 that were built. Of the 14, I think only 3 had actual working engines and transmissions in them. The rest were all shells. But none of them were a Chevy Corvette. The corner lights, everybody looks at those corner lights and they think it was a Vet, and they see the way the nose slopes down. But that entire body was actually made in Europe, and it's a fiberglass. So the frame of the vehicle is from a Chevrolet Impala.
Big bitch.
Yeah,
that's why, because that bitch is long. That's why
that bitch is long. That sucker is long, and I have a picture on my wall here of me actually standing next to that car. And yeah, it is long. It is long, and you gotta like, big dudes like me can't jump in that canopy. I had to climb into that piece. I almost scratched it. I mean, it was. But anyway, that car was what made that car special was they made that in one fell swoop. They didn't make that in sections. Like if you're standing actually next to the car, you don't see a single line where they join 2 sections together. They molded this thing
one piece,
one shot, and it's an amazing piece of art. It's an amazing vehicle. But to me, excuse me, this one here, where is it? This one here. That is the masterpiece of Batmobiles, in my opinion. That car has a presence. That car just, I see it and I glow, dude. Like, that thing is just incredible. The black, the red, the little bat phone, all the little controls. I mean, that thing is just amazing. And when I went to the museum, I actually got to touch it, and it was, oh man. But anyway, this set has it has the trading cards, it has the car in it, It's got every single episode, including the movie,
The shark
66.
with the shark. Yeah, the
Yeah.
shark
Surf
spray.
Shark, yes.
What so Ralphie, that set, what is yours numbered? Because they're all individually numbered.
Hold on a second.
If
let
you
me
look
see
on
the-
the back, I think it's the back, it actually tells you what the number is on the back.
it is number 73,501 of 95,000.
Yeah.
So I don't.
I'll send you a picture of mine, what mine is, but dude, I love that set.
This thing, I haven't pulled any of the DVDs out yet. I didn't really want to open the packaging, but I couldn't help it. I was curious,
Yeah.
and I wanted to touch the car. So anyway, having that car and not being able to because I don't really want to take it out of its packaging. I stayed on my 66 Batman kick, and I actually went out and bought it.
Nice.
I went out and bought it
The
because
Hot Wheels. Nice.
yeah, this thing is. I mean, I have it in several scales, but I had to do it. And being on the kick, I also got the Bat Bike.
Oh, nice. From the classic. Yeah.
Yeah. I also got. Oh, where is it? Here it is. The Bat Boat from the movie.
Oh my God, the boat. That's awesome.
And this trailer that it's on actually hooks up to the Batmobile.
No
So you can-
way.
yeah,
That's
wow.
cool.
You can tow it.
Okay. That would be a cool little piece to have that, like these little Batman figures too.
Yeah. And this next piece I got because it's actually special for me. I got a chance to at one of the local fairs here that used to come around. Since the COVID and stuff like that, it's kind of been limited. So they haven't really brought any like cool collector shit. But a few years back, they actually had the Batcopter. And I went for a ride in it several times. And it is the coolest thing in the world because all over the dashboard and the floor panels, you see the autographs. Everybody from Burt Ward to, obviously Adam West and the guy who played Alfred. Everybody's name was in this thing, and I just say I was starstruck.
That's pretty cool.
For a Bat fan, and then you're up. You're in the air. You're flying over New York City with this. I mean, it was unbelievable. So I went out and I got that too.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
I got the Batcopter as well. And what else? I think that's it for that part of the haul. I got some G1 goodies. I have these like a while back they had released these little gadgets, these little like transformer, cell phones, and I got the little laptop thing because it's a USB hub, but it transforms into Blaster.
Oh, that's cool.
And I use this a lot actually when I'm studying and looking up stuff online for service bulletins and things like that for the vehicles that I work on. So I always wanted to put tapes in his chest, and I always wanted to see if the G1 tapes fit. So I went out and I copped a ram horn and a steel jaw, and they fit. They fit and they look pretty good in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they fit. They look pretty good in there. So when I have them,
go ahead and demonstrate. Go and demonstrate. Put one in.
All right, cool. I gotta do a little bit of transformation here to get that freed up.
Oh shit, my bad.
It's okay.
While you're doing that, I forgot to show you guys. While you're transforming that, I forgot to show you this. So check this out. Let me switch with you real quick.
Sure.
So, remember I told you about the body? Here's the updated body.
Oh, that's definitely beef here.
Yeah. Now check this out. So let me show the truck. Trying to like juggle all this at once. So see the I put this on here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me get this back in. Slide all this shit back. So there's that back in. That's back in. That's back in. And that's back where it needs to go, right? So you see this. Check this out. Now watch this frame go on top of this. So
See, that looks
slide right into
way
here.
better.
This slides over this piece here in the front. And then when I go to cut it out here in the back, it'll slide to where this thing fits perfect. But look at this.
I'm not sure what you think you put on top of it, but I don't see anything.
That's pretty good. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this. I'm gonna paint him up and everything else, so that way it'll be all cool. I'm excited. Now, let's try to do this without fucking dropping it. Sorry, my bad. I'll cut the shit out later. All right, Ralphie, back to you.
All right, so I put ram horn in it, and
Oh, cool.
yeah, it looks pretty good, right?
Mhm.
And of course, the chest opens, and the tape slides right out, and it works pretty good with it.
You know what we should do? I wanted those. Remember those little mini cassettes back in the day? I wanted they're the same size as that. Because what would have been really cool is that they had it set up to where like that could be a tape player played off one of those little mini tape recorder sets.
That would have been cool. That would have been cool.
Put like, you know what I mean?
So I have had this. This is practically my only desk spot, and I've always wanted to put a tape in it. And my own personal G1 blaster is, he's packed up and put away, and all his tapes, rewind and eject, and all of them, they're all put away with him. So since that's so hard access, I was just looking around, and I found that steel jaw and ram horn. So I said, you know what? Let me cop these guys and see if they fit, and they drop right in. So it's cool. Like I have it set up on the toolbox there. What else did I get this week? Oh yeah, shout out to Toy Hacks. I got
Toy Hacks.
Yeah, man.
Putting stickers on is very therapeutic.
I got a set of repro labels for
I love it.
Rodimus.
Oh, dude, that looks so good.
Right? Yes. I bought this guy in 1987, and that chest sticker had worn off so bad, it just looked terrible. So I just peeled the old one off, and I put it off and put it off and put it off, and I cleaned him up as best that I could. Like, he looks brand new. And I put the Toy Hack stickers on, and look at this guy. Like, he looks
great. Yeah.
He looks pretty amazing. Like, I was really surprised how dope it looks. And then of course the trailer, the roof sticker, and then the side flames.
Ooh, I love that. That looks good.
And for being a toy from 1987, the chrome is still all original. I've never touched any of it. And I played with this guy. He looks pretty minty. I also showed Darkwing a couple of weeks back, and now I've done Dreadwind.
Nice. Darkwing and Dreadwind. I love it.
I did some stickers on Dreadwind. And the funny thing about these is these are the original G1 stickers. They had a sticker sheet that was the original sticker sheet. So this isn't repro. These are actual factuals.
Nice.
Yeah, they're just in minty shape. So
wow.
I copped that. I think this on the back wing here, this is an original. This is, I don't know if you can see the defect there, but these are original. I never took these off. I just applied where they were missing, and he's back up to snuff. I'm very happy about that. And I also took care of Snapdragon here. I don't know if you can see how clean that looks. Those stickers look. Shout out to Toy Hacks.
Yeah.
That makes it look clean. Like Toy Hacks does a good job with all their stuff.
Yeah, they really do. They really do. Like, you can't. I took pictures. All right, these little chest details here. I've seen pictures online of what the stickers look like, and these are like, they might as well be original. They luster a little bit more, so you can tell that it's a repro, but I don't really care. It brought a whole new life to it, and I am super, super ecstatically happy with it. Oh, I didn't show the legs here. I don't know if you guys could tell, but
Mm,
you know,
Yeah.
they did a
yeah.
really sharp job, and I'm ecstatic with it. Um, and I think that's it.
I picked up
Um,
the KFC snap. I picked up that and the ape one. Those were fun toys to mess around with.
yeah. Um, what else did I get? I did get a notification from, I have a blaster on his, well, was on his way, and Jansen, and there is a problem. It turns out that in LA, shipping trains are getting knocked up. They're getting knocked
Ooh,
over. And yeah, one of the boxes that my stuff was in got robbed.
No fucking
wow,
way.
One of the train cars that my stuff was in got robbed.
wow.
So yeah, so when they're actually going to ship, I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with that now, but I don't want a refund. I'd rather have the figures, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Um, LA's on fire, dude. Like I don't know what's going on out there, but they're messing
Um,
it up for me, man. They're messing it up for me.
it's not just LA. Yeah, the two big major cities in California are tripping.
Well,
Yeah,
even New York's having
San
problems with
Francisco, yeah.
shipping stuff getting knocked up too.
yeah, yeah. People are getting in these train boxes, these train cars, and they're just leaving like empty cardboard boxes all over the place because whatever's inside of them, they're vicking it, and it's winding up on eBay and Amazon and stuff like that. And some of these items are from Amazon to begin with, so it's got to be something that it's got to be hard to track. It's got to be hard to like figure out who's legit and what's going on and what's really happening. It's chaotic out there. But yeah, we'll see
Well,
what happens. I wish I would
this
have had Jansen to show y'all, but
this is what happens when you defund the police, I guess, man.
yeah,
Jeebus, you know.
yeah. I don't know if Jason got to see it. I don't know if Jason got to see it, but I got these brake
Ooh, I
rotors.
got those for my. I don't know if I showed you that. I for mine. Is it HP Racing or something like that or no?
These are from 3 Racing.
Oh, three Racing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I got the ones that actually say Bremo on them and everything. Oh, like Brembro.
Cool.
Um, yeah,
So I got that, and I got
those
HP.
are
Thanks,
cool. Ooh, that
HP
looks good.
from HPI. Shout out to HPI Racing. I got these road
Aluminum
race.
rims or are they
Yeah,
plastic?
they're
Aluminum.
they're plastic.
Yeah.
And with the road race tires.
Oh god, that looks good.
I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of that. I'm gonna take this thing all over the place. I want to do carpet. I want to do road, and I want to do drift.
Oh yeah, I get. So I have a setup for the road for drift, and then I don't have carpet, but I've got the other stuff. So well, we'll see what happens. But dude, that's awesome. I fucking love those rims. They look good.
Yeah.
Now, what body do you have for it?
I showed it before. I got a Mazda RX-7 body. I still got to paint it, put the mirrors on it, and stuff like that. But I'm gonna paint it black like my car was. I'm trying to recreate that. That car that I had. It was one of my favorite cars ever. Um, I'm trying to recreate that. So I'm gonna paint it black, and I'm gonna even though those are my road race wheels, I'm gonna try to get like some kind of like a show wheel that is exactly what I used because I used to have the BBS mesh wheel on my on the
Mm.
RX, and I want to try to find those. If I could find those exactly, I'd be a very happy camper. And I'll be showing it off when I get that done. There's some modifications I got to do to the actual car itself. It's a Tamiya TT01E, which wasn't originally a drift car. It
Yeah.
was a road racer, but I've done some control arm mods and stuff like that. And when I finish that, I'll show that off too. but she's looking a little bit different. I got a little castle.
Dude, I
motor in
can't
there.
wait. I'm excited for that. Dude, it's crazy.
And
the
by the
RC
way,
shit.
Jason, thank you for that rabbit hole. I appreciate that. You sucked me right back into the vacuum. there I am. There I am with my dress on and everything.
Yep. Dude, I quickly looked on eBay. Like I typed in BB7 fucking wheels and everything. I'm seeing all sorts of shit. What scale is it?
The car is a
Mhm.
10 scale.
Okay, yeah. I'm finding all sorts of shit on eBay. Like they're very similar to the BB7s. They're not 100%, but they're pretty damn close. So, yeah, check it out. They got a bunch of stuff on there. So
I'll be on there. And having said that, I was talking to Jason a little bit about this. I sold my my Moss Toys die rugger, my Miracle Metalworks die rugger, because I got the SOC. And dude, eBay is not what it used to be. The poor buyer, he put, he bought it, for his price, and they hit him with a bunch of charges, but then they turn around and hit me with a bunch of charges. So like, I wound up getting like a third. I didn't get what I was asking for, because they
like
charge
15% less or something like
yeah,
that. Yeah,
they charge you. And like the charges are ridiculous, like $12.99 now for posting and like all this other stuff. And I'm like, eBay used to not be like this. And now, that's why, people get called hacks on eBay, because there's all these extra charges getting put on there where you got to kind of blow up your price. You got to make stuff like ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad. I feel bad for the buyer. Now I want to like throw something extra in there for him, because I didn't know eBay was like that. I didn't know that they were going to hit him on top of hitting me, and sucks. They even hit him with sales tax.
Yeah, we get smashed on tax all the time here. Well, we're both left coast, coastal people, so coastal side of the house.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. The buyer is out there he's in Sacramento.
Yeah, we get
shit.
California.
So he gets double whammy, like East Coast and West Coast.
Yeah. Sucks. But yeah, that was it. That's my haul for the week, man. That's my busy little haul for the week.
Oh shit. There we go. All right. I was like, oh. Anyway. So what do you guys want to kind of get into so far? Do you want to start talking some Boba Fett and kind of go from there?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I mean, because last week we were supposed to talk about the Power Rangers, and we never got a chance to.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fucking forgot. My bad. Sorry about that.
No. You're right though. Book. So we still got to talk about how at least on my end, how the highs of episode 2 were high, and then head scratcher episode 3.
I loved episode 3, man. I loved episode 3. Like there was a bunch of hate though. Like everybody was like, "What the f is this?"
It is.
Everybody was like, "What?"
I didn't hate it, but there was parts that this didn't seem like it matched. But other than that,
the time jumping was kind of weird in the last couple episodes. I thought.
Like I felt I was in emotional distress, because I'm like, dude, after they built up that relationship with, the Fremen, Boba Fett, only for him to go back and those guys were gone, right? I was like, wait, what? No, that's supposed to be the army. We're supposed to build an army of sand people, and
and then killed everybody off. Like, spoiler warning for people, like
right.
At this point, dude, really?
Yeah, I know.
Because have you guys watched all the episodes so far?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we talked about the first 2 episodes so far. I think is what we did.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about episode 3 because of extenuating circumstances.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So, Jesus.
I'll start with episode 3.
All right, start with episode 3. Lay it on us.
if like the people that were disappointed, I could understand because if you're tuning in to watch something that's action packed, then yeah, you're getting let down. But
Mm-hmm.
for people who appreciate story building, like myself,
Yeah.
and I appreciate gang shit, and let me tell you something, Boba is on some gang shit. Like
I
he
agree.
is,
I'm
He's
with you.
he is,
building some
he is,
shit. I could see
he was
that.
on some, he is on some gang shit, and that's why I appreciated episode 3, because everything was just so cerebral. My only qualm with every episode up to now is the aesthetics. Um,
Exactly.
that's my
Take you
only
out of the
my
fantasy
only
for a little bit, right?
yeah my only complaint about this entire show has been the aesthetics. When he shows up with these half droid kids and he gives them a job, these speeder bikes that they have, like, who did you hire? Did you hire some poor little gangster kids from Tatooine, or did you hire some, you know, kind of millennial Gen Z?
Yo, for some
Exactly.
reason, when I saw those kids, it were kind of reminded me of that dude from that movie from New York, Kids. That one dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Where he was all thug, but he wasn't. Like
yeah. Like, what exactly, like, how do Gen Z kids or Gen or kind of, they were like a cross between like a millennial kind of Gen Z boy band looking, like, how are they like robbing people, but they got these snazzy speeder bikes that are all painted in these crazy colors, and they
it's
have.
kind of like the rich white kid like trying to be gangster. Like you know what I mean? Like
That's what I'm thinking. Like they're a bunch of wanksters, but they got all this technology and stuff. They take droids apart and turn themselves into, like, super people. And I'm like, wait, that's aesthetically, that's just like, nah, that's not working.
I know.
But like the rest of it, the fact that Boba, shows up on the set, and I guess you're expecting him to, slap these kids around or whatever, but he just shows up and says, "Yo, you want to work? You work for me now."
yeah,
Yeah.
he had
Gang
dude.
shit.
I was waiting for like the fucking Godfather shit. You know what I mean? Like Marlon Brando. Like you work for me.
And they're like right into the mix too, because like as soon as he hires them, they're right in it. Like they're chasing down that the mayor's assistant, whatever his name is. They're chasing him around town and stuff like that. So like he put them to work like right away, and I thought
Oh
that
yeah.
was some gang shit right there. And just kind of the way he's moving, in episode 3, you kind of start seeing, not that you kind of start seeing, but you're getting the idea of where he's going. You could tell that he's left all that uh bounty hunter shit behind. Like you could tell, like, even when he released Black Chrysanthemum, stop working for scumholes. Like he's done with it. Like you could tell, all right, listen, I want to set myself up, and I want to chill, like Jabba. I want to chill. I want to just call shots. I want to be that shot caller. And to me, I loved it. I loved it. I loved his moves. I loved his whole, let me not splatter blood. Everybody in the past, that's how they got their respect, by slaughtering people. I'd rather give them jobs. I'd
Mhm.
rather have, that respect. Kind of like I don't know, kind of I don't know. It's like a very, to me, I just call it gang shit. Like that's just
Yeah,
straight
no,
up
agreed,
gang shit.
agreed.
That is just
I
straight up
totally.
gang shit. And then you see in episode 4, you see it taken to another level
Well,
because remember,
we'll wait to get to episode 4. Let's get all of
all
us on
right,
episode
all
3
right.
first, and then
But I loved episode 3. It got a lot of hate, and the aesthetics of it I did not appreciate, but
Mhm. The
you
spirit
know
of what it, yeah, of what
the
was
spirit
taken
of what
place.
it is, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
what
Okay.
about you, Coco?
Well, before I continue, breaking news: at at the moment. The Chiefs have 3-point lead on the Buffalo Bills at the third quarter with 55 minutes left on the third, with them with the ball. Mm-hmm. But besides all that, I share the same sentiment as Raph on all of this. I think most of the people were pissed off, overreacted to the aesthetic, and I can't necessarily blame them because the colors definitely look more and concept look more like those kids belonged in Coruscant than Tatooine, right? And here's the irony, right? Here's the irony of all this. Like, while I feel like they look out of place, I think of things from a completely different perspective. I imagine what a great pop set it would look like to have all of them on their face. I think I would buy the pop set. I think they would look better pops than they would like real characters in the show. And another thing that I thought of too, I bet you anything that these kids, because of these bastards, they changed the entire culture of cosplay. I bet you a lot of kids are gonna cosplay as
start wearing that.
Yeah, like they're all gonna look like modders from here on out. Yeah,
they're gonna look like updated steampunk, like Malibu's Most Wanted,
That's what everyone's gonna dress like because nobody could afford to buy stormtrooper outfits, so they're gonna do the next best thing. What's economic? They're gonna have fake, arms and shit. With cyberpunk gear.
They're like, I'm a part of the collective. Oh wait, that's wrong series.
I am bored. You all want to be bored. But yeah, no. Also, I appreciate him trying to be a gangster, and I think why people were pissed off was like, dude, how could you be this badass, but let these little bitches fucking disrespect you and talk to you that way? You should have at least killed one of them kids or something. Say, okay, anybody have a problem? You're gonna have problems. I think that's one of the reasons why people were upset. Like, dude, Boba's way too merciful. What's all with this?
I have a feeling it's the calm before the storm.
Well, yeah.
That's how I'm feeling what's going on right now.
And I also, I think, most of it too is really the sentiment about, well, how are these rich kids complaining about having no jobs have such better looking bikes? The bikes
Malibu's Most Wanted, y'all.
Like, and they just all happen to have different colored gosh damn bikes. But we understand what they were trying to do. At least they're saying that they were trying to replicate. They're trying to pay homage to George Lucas's what's that movie? You know what I'm talking about? The movie with Ron Howard back in the day. I think it's American Graffiti or something.
Oh yeah, American Graffiti.
Yeah. They're trying to pay homage to that, but the problem is, while that's cute, let's not get carried away, folks. Make sure things are congruent with the lay of the land. I honestly, I'm happy that these kids are bold. I like the attitude of these kids. They're go-getters. You know what I'm saying? So, and I also like. And of course, remember how I told you the scene where when the sand people got dusted, and obviously I was like pretty, like, what the heck? You built them up all last episode, and now they're just toast, right? And now, well, I don't think they're all dead, but I'm hoping that one badass that fucked everyone up in the train is still alive, because we didn't see her or his body being tossed into the fire. But no. Yeah, and then out of nowhere, Black Chrysanthemum just messes up that entire dream sequence, and so I'm glad that fight took place, because I didn't want to dwell on how sad that that situation was with the Fremen. So yeah, I just love the way Black Chrysanthemum came out, and I think a lot of people were pissed off at that situation too, because they're like, people who read the comic book said, "There's no way Black Chrysanthemum would have gotten owned by any of those kids."
Oh yeah.
Or like, Black Chrysanthemum is so dope. Like, I guess they put him in a pedestal so high that after that one time he cracked Boba Fett's head should have spun like 3.
Oh, yeah.
How hard he got punched with that knuckle dust. That knuckle duster. Plus, after that bear hug, right? And you're like,
Yeah,
oh, man,
like he was gonna fucking crack his shit wide open, and then like.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was worried for the Gamorrean guards. I just got used to the twin set. Remember me?
I really thought he was gonna rip their heads off.
I was like, no, those guys are so.
I really thought he was
like, he's gonna fucking kill him. No, we just got him back.
Yeah, no,
because
these are the characters I'm supposed to cosplay as. We're not supposed to die.
Oh yeah.
His level, he could have killed everybody in that room.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
And one last thing before that I really loved about this episode. I started to get a newfound appreciation for the twins. I think the twins are so cool. The twin hunts. He was taking that one mouse. He's like, rubbing himself.
Yeah.
With that. I was like, dude, I think those guys are cool. I think I would hang out with those twin hunts in real life.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying, I think that they could be fun to hang out with, just because they seem like, here's a Rancor, motherfucker. I know I tried to kill y'all. Here's a Rancor, baby. And while you're at it, you could do away with Black Chrysanthemum and whatever. I'm going home now. You guys can keep this planet. We don't give a shit. Like a bunch of spoiled kids. I think I like it. Spoiled Jabba the spoiled Hutt kids,
So something that stood out to me, and I was so happy we finally got it. Fucking Machete in space.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
And I was like, yo, he's the Rancor keeper. All right, I see where this is going. Get some. I was like, and the funny thing is, Robert Rodriguez.
Right? That's his guy, dude. That's his guy.
It's his what, second cousin or something like that? Like
something like that. Yeah.
Danny Trejo is his cousin. So,
breaking news. Looks like 23-14. They just scored. They just scored Kansas City just scored a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Because it looks like it's gonna be a long day for Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. So it was kind of interesting. Stephen Root was the watermonger. Like, I was waiting for him to start busting out, asking people for a stapler and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty wild.
That was him. That's right.
Yeah, that was
him.
That
was my stapler. Let them. I didn't get a pancake.
I'll burn this place down.
I know.
I was waiting for him to go and betray people like he did with RoboCop, motherfucker. Like, he was the guy in RoboCop that betrayed all of them. Remember?
Yeah. Yep.
Which
was
all
up.
Stephen Root. The
first one. That was the first.
No,
one.
The second one, where they went underground with all those people.
Oh, that's the third one.
Was it the third one? I can't
remember.
remember.
The third one.
Yeah,
where he went underground and he ended up ratting all them out. That was the one with that fucking crazy ass like Japanese robot.
Yeah, that was the third. That was the third one. Yeah, the third one. You're right. That was him.
He's flying through the streets and whatever.
It was cool to see the Rancor.
Breaking news. Out of nowhere, Josh Allen just returned the answer 21-23 right now.
Oh shit!
Yeah! Wow!
Oh shit! All right. Thanks for keeping track of that, dude.
It looks like Casey in the last when they got their touchdown, the last touchdown, they must have messed up the kick because it's 23-21.
Somebody fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was kind of cool to see the Rancor back. Like, the Rancor was always fucking gangster itself.
Yes.
But the fact that, like, he's gonna fucking ride that thing before the end of the episode, before the end of the series.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, that was pretty cool on its own like that. There's just a lot of like throwback because I didn't get into Star Wars as deep as what other people have with like the different comic books and shit like that. So like, like I've been trying to read up on like some of the Easter eggs and stuff like that, where some of these people are coming from. I'm like, I knew the name, but I couldn't remember like, what the significance was. So like just watching all of this and then seeing how people are excited, like it gets me excited seeing like all of our friends, you guys, and whatever else, and say, "Oh my God, did you see that this week?" or something like that. Um, the fact that, and I agree with you guys 100%. They're slowly building up to fucking Boba Fett wrecking the fuck out of somebody, and I wonder who that somebody's gonna be.
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
I
Like,
think I think one of the, sorry to interrupt you, Jay, but I think one of the things that people have to keep in mind is that the Book of Boba means that there's many chapters, which means
yes,
that this is not the only season. So
nope,
they're not going to shoot their load in the first season. I think
nope.
they're going to end the first season with a big bang. But I believe that he's going to build an army and he's going to ride a rancor, and you're going to see some characters in this army that you're just going to be like, and
Right?
we mentioned before how Black Chrysanthemum, it looks like that story is just starting to get written,
Hmm.
and we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
You know, you know what's gonna fuck people's minds up if all of a sudden out of nowhere they start getting the Bad Batch involved in some of this shit.
Oh yeah.
I said that too. I wouldn't mind seeing like a live action,
Yeah,
couple of Bad Batch guys show up in this. I would
that'd
think
be interesting.
that would be awesome as hell.
Well,
So, anyways, but
well,
yeah, so how would you guys rate that episode? The number 3 out of 5. Like
Um, Taking the aesthetics, I'm gonna say three
up
and a
until
half.
that point, not considering
yeah.
4 yet.
I'm gonna say 3.5.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta agree. I mean, I still enjoyed. I watched it a lot. I still enjoyed it, but yeah, the aesthetics was pretty. It
it was
grinded my
kind of
gears.
boring out of the episodes for the most part so far, but it had a it had a lot of miscellaneous shit in it. But I think
I
it was just a
agree.
build up episode.
My favorite part, one of the Easter eggs you were talking about, is I loved it when Boba referenced that he rode a beast 10 times bigger than the Rancor, and I remember the only time he's ever ridden something that big was in the Star Wars special or Christmas special with the Boba Fett on top of that giant whatever. I think that's what he was referencing.
That was actually
Yeah,
pretty fucking hilarious when he said
yeah.
that. You're like, wait a minute, did they just make that fucking TV show like canon? Like, what the fuck? Like,
The one
Well,
that, yeah,
according
Lucas tried so hard to bury that whole situation too. Now go ahead, Ralph.
but
Ralph, what do you?
from what I understand, it's all canon. From what I understand, it's all canon. The animated shows, comics, everything. It's all canon.
So, yeah, Rafi, you gave yours right? Three and a
Yeah,
half. What'd you say?
yeah.
What'd you say, Yule?
Same three and a half. The aesthetics grinded my gears, but other than that, I watched it. I enjoyed it enough to watch it 15 times, I think. Because what happened is, like, I found myself, in the middle of work, just wanting to put background noise, and so I played the entire, all because it's not very long episode, so I
Yeah,
started from one again, and then let it play out,
yeah.
and I was doing that pretty much the whole week. And yesterday I did that with the Mandalorian just so that it would catch up to to the this episode coming up. And man, I gotta admit, when I watched rewatched the Mandalorian again, a lot of those little conversations that Grief Karga had with Mando were starting to actually pay a little bit more dividends than initially when I wasn't really paying attention. There's all sorts of really neat, like, I would say Easter eggs or things that could be set up for future stuff that zoomed over my head, kind of like when you first watch Game of Thrones, and there's just so much going on that you kind of have no idea where, and when you rewatch it, you're like,
Mhm.
oh, now, so that entire conversation from something that took place back then, after however many seasons later, pays off.
Mhm.
Later on, those kind of that's the kind of situation I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I would recommend that you guys rewatch the Mandalorian stuff again and pay careful attention to the
Mhm.
conversations that Grief Karga in particular has with um with Mando when he talks about stuff,
Mm.
because sometimes I think he's just bringing shit up, but now I understand some of the stuff he says because it looks like it's stuff that that's coming to fruition, later on, like some of the things that you say, that there's a reason for some of these things, and of course I glossed over, like, and I feel like it's all gonna pay off, later on.
Oh yeah. So I ended up giving it like 3.25 to 3.5, I guess.
Okay, so we're in the same. We're in alignment.
yeah. I mean, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. It had some pretty cool stuff. I mean, overall, the story's pretty slow, but like I said, leading up to the next couple ones, I think they're gonna wreck shit. So now let's get into episode 4. So let's throw it back a little bit. Let's go back to Coco. Why don't you tell us about episode 4? Would you like?
Okay,
would you like and would you dislike?
So I thought of episode. I feel that the even numbers are like Star Trek. Like they're the better episodes in my opinion. In my opinion. Now, while it wasn't the best, I still think number 2 was the best episode. What kind of confused me about all of this, it was that I'm not sure where the 6 years happened. Does that make sense? Like I lost track of I lost all track of time, because was Boba Fett in the Sarlacc pit for 6 years? Or was he with the Sand People for 6 years?
I'm thinking he was with the Sand People for 6 years.
I'm thinking, yeah, he was with the Tuskens for 6 years.
Because you guys understand what I'm talking about as far as time is concerned, right?
Because the time jump is kind of fucking weird, like with this episode.
It's throwing me off, because if the Mandalorian is supposed to take place 6 years after Return of the Jedi, and Boba Fett got out of the Sarlacc pit, and all of a sudden, I didn't anticipate that episode would be the episode where him and Fennec, was going to meet up. I was like, wow, that's kind of quick. Did that happen in a span of a year? Yeah. Help me here. I don't. That's kind of what
I was confused about that a little bit.
The Sarlacc pit happened in Empire Strikes Back, right? Or
no. In Return of the Jedi.
That's Return of the Jedi,
right? So he can't possibly been in that fucking Sarlacc pit for 6 years.
And Mando took place right around a couple years after Return of the Jedi, right?
6 years after Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Which is why I'm lost as far as time is concerned. Because
I'm thinking it's.
How long was he in the Sarlacc for? It couldn't have been more than. It had to have been no more than 7 days, because the human body cannot survive without.
Let's see here. So let's backtrack a little bit. So he found Fennec after the Sarlacc pit, right?
He met up with Fennec.
No. He found her. So he was in the Sarlacc pit before he met her.
Right.
He saw her where she got shot.
Right.
In Mandalorian.
Season 1, which takes place 6 years after Return of the Jedi. Which is why I'm confused as far as.
So.
How long was he kicking it with the Sand People? Did he kick it? I'm imagining he kicked it with them for 5 years, but the way that it seemed like he quickly got. They quickly got together and got dusted all at the same time. I'm confused,
Okay, so it's kind of weird. So I was reading here on a couple of different websites, and it says it actually occurs in 2 separate time periods, separated by about 5 years.
The Book of Boba Fett?
Yeah.
So, where exactly is that 5 years taking place then?
I would imagine it's after the Sarlacc pit. Because if he's in the Sarlacc pit, he can't be in the Sarlacc pit
for 6 years. Exactly. More than 7 days. No way. Right.
No.
So then he spent a good 5 years with the Sand People. But then
that's what I'm thinking.
When did the drama take? So hear me out, guys. Here's why I'm confused. So they let that fool walk around in his underoos for 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. I mean, he had to get respect for them. But so I'm looking here. So people were kind of throwing this. Let me share my screen so you can see this. This is on a couple different sites. So they show the Star Wars timeline. So it says Mandalorian, okay, is 9 ABY. What the fuck is that? I can't remember. All right, so then Boba Fett takes. I'm thinking Boba Fett, part of the episodes take place before. And then once he met up with her, now it's after he met. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. So when did the Pikes kill, or like not the Pikes, but when did his people get killed? Did he wander the desert for 5 years, mourning, the death of the Sand People, and then decided that he was gonna go after,
I don't think so. I think he was with them for 5 years.
Yeah,
like
I think
4 or
in
5
between.
years.
I think he came out of the Sarlacc pit. He
Mhm.
wandered around in the desert for Lord knows how long. He winds up with these people, and I think he was with the Sand People for at least, I'm gonna say, 4 or 5 years, and then everything leading up to Fennec Shen has taken whatever time. So I think,
And then Fennec Shen's right when Mandalorian goes on, and now it continues on
right,
from there.
right. That's parallel.
Yeah.
I get that. What I want to know is, in between that, the period of when he was, because it's confusing. Like, you would like to think that he tried to take vengeance immediately after the Sand People got massacred, right? So what's confusing is when he let the Pikes survive, right, and try to deal with them, he goes, okay, well, where's our money? What time, how much of a time span is that? That's why I'm kind. It's so.
well, he's on the back of what do they call that thing? That big furry elephant thing. The bantha. He's walking around on the bantha, and those things aren't fast. So I would assume it's gonna be weeks to days, weeks to months, or something like that, for him to get anywhere around. So I'm assuming that whole thing had to have taken at least 6 months to a year, just him and Fennec and getting Slave One back, and I'm sorry, the ship. I don't want to get
It's
Okay, so here it is. So I found something on another site. It says the present of Boba Fett is Fett and Fennec are taking over the crime empire in the area, which is roughly 9 ABY. Okay, about 5 years after Return of the Jedi. This is right after the events of season 2. Okay. So it says the past, which is the tribe of the Tusken Raiders, follows the escape of the Sarlacc, happens right after the events Return of the Jedi.
Right.
Mhm.
That's where it's confusing. So where's the 6?
So it says, so that means the past is approximately 5 years before the current show's present timeline.
Agreed. So what's confusing is just how long he stayed in Under Ruse before the Pike situation. Was that a 3-year? Him in Under Ruse, and a whole other 2 years.
Dude, I guess the man was walking
afterwards?
around. The man was walking around in his drawers for like 2 or 3 years, man, without a shower. That's horrible. That just adds to his suffering, dude.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what? So yeah, that's why.
Dude, this is just crazy. Like, I got to send you a link to this. Like, they actually
must
show
have-
a map
he
and
must-
fucking everything.
He must have smelled like a bantha.
But yeah, no, So that's what confused me. I'm like, man, I have no idea. Like, my spatial thing is all twisted up because now it's gearing up towards closer to the present, but still didn't explain all of what happened in between those 5 years. All I know is that Pike Syndicate, that they tried to get his, and
So
it was really cool that explained how the Fennec, that I love that part, the true backstory between
oh, how he
to
saved her and took her to what's it called, and
to
had her
Thundercat,
fixed and everything.
Thundercat fixed
Yeah,
them up.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
What? You should have just led with that. So that's an awesome future that I would love to like. See, that would have prevented your diarrhea situation, bro. You should have gotten modded right there.
Yeah. I should have got blasted instead of me blasting the bathroom.
Right. No, yeah, that I thought that sequence was cool. But yeah, the part I didn't like was me not understanding what the time frame still. But other than that, I love the Fennec thing. I even like the fight, the part where he blasted the Sons of Anarchy with Slave One. That was dope. And I love the way, Black Chrysanthemum was definitely true to his nature because they hate Wookiees hate Trandoshans in general. So I'm glad that he ripped his arm off. Arm off. The good news for
that was
people
funny.
is that
Like he went like trying to think of the best way to describe it. He went like not Mad Max. Lethal Weapon when fucking he goes like nuts. He's like hit me, and fucking he just goes around wrecking people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the good news that people might not notice that the Trandoshans, his arm will grow back.
It will.
But yeah, I have to admit, Jennifer Beal.
I mean, he
looked
is
really
a
good
lizard, people.
Jennifer Beal looked so good in that episode too. I have to admit, and I love how he joins the squad. That's pretty dope. And obviously, my favorite part was when they played the Mandalorian theme, hinting at.
Well, before we get to that, okay. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off. Dude, what did you think of that scene about the fucking death of the Sarlacc with him and her and Slave One?
That was dope. That is a lot of what people say that when that fucking what did they call it? That charge, the seismic charge?
Seismic charge, whatever it's called.
I love the sound of that fucking thing. It gave me an eargasm.
Dude, we had the home theater system, and that fucking bass hit when that thing went off, and fucking everything was shaking around the house. I'm surprised it didn't blow a fucking hole in my pants for me shitting or something. Like.
I love it. I could listen to that sound all day.
I'm actually that scene of all the things that I found kind of annoying. That was not annoying, but I'm like, but wait a minute. This seismic thing just blasted off and the Slave One wasn't hurt.
It just like me, like it shot out of its ass. Did you see that? Like
yeah, like everything, you saw the sand move for miles, but none of it came back upward.
No, because if you watch episode 2, it's very specific. It does an absolute like a disc, not a sphere, a disc. So it cuts.
It shoots out, not around.
However, Fennec did gamble on the possible fact that it could have went vertical instead of horizontal, and yes, Slave One would have definitely been cut in.
That's kind of the I liked when he turns around and goes, "Don't touch my buttons."
Yeah, don't touch my buttons. Yeah.
Kind of, a little bit of Mandalorian Grogu thing going on there.
Yeah.
Grogu kept touching the buttons, but I really, really, really enjoyed episode 4. Where he's got the whole table, the whole, I guess gangster family having a meeting, and you could tell in the undertones, like they're all sitting there looking at him like, dude, we could kill you right now. And then he takes his little bit of, food and just throws it down to the
drops it down and fucking shakes the whole table with the fucking Rancor. Yeah,
drops it right down through the floor grates, and then everybody's like, wait a minute, we're sitting on top of this thing. So he's like, yeah, go ahead and try to kill me.
Everybody's tone changed quick as shit, didn't they? Like,
yeah, go ahead and try to kill me, because right underneath your feet there's a hungry Rancor. So, help yourself. Try to kill me. Go ahead, knock yourself out. One button and you're all down there.
Right.
And
I know that if we all go down, I know that he ain't trying to eat me. So y'all are screwed.
Yeah.
And he get again, it's gang shit. Like, I don't know how people don't have an appreciation. I mean, I don't know. I
think no. I agree that they do. I just think that there's a lot of things that make it hard to. Like, for example, people expect Boba Fett to take a more introverted, you know what I mean? Like, to be more true to he's always been more introverted, at least historically speaking. He seemed like a quiet, reserved dude, and to see him with all this dialogue it's, I think, throwing a lot of people off. You know what I mean? I'm sure he could have came up. They could have found more creative ways for Boba Fett to get his point across without all that dialogue. I think that's, you know, but that's just not in Jon Favreau's nature, especially if you guys watch Swingers. You know what I mean? In Swingers, that's all he's very, very verbal. So
I got a question here. What if it'll blow people's fucking minds? What if it's not the Mandalorian? What if it's Bo-Katan?
What if, as far as
remember playing the flute, like we were talking about? They played the flute music at the end, like they teased the Mandalorian music. But what if it's not the actual Mandalorian? What if it's not him? What if it's Bo-Katan? Because doesn't she have a history with the Pikes?
Yeah. I think anything is possible. But I do think that guaranteed you are going to see Mando in this series. I think it's almost inevitable that Mando is going to show his face in this. Either Boba tries to give him a job or something. It's almost inevitable that there's gonna be another, because obviously you know how he got his armor.
Yeah.
But there's gotta be, the way those two went their separate ways, you knew that story isn't finished. And you know, I agree though, hearing the Mando music,
I think it's throwing people off. I think it's gonna be Bo-Katan and her crew.
It's
not
possible.
The Mandalorian.
It is possible.
Because think about it, they're for hire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from what I remember, right? They're for hire, right?
Yeah.
And I know she's she, from what I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a while, but didn't she have something to do with the Pikes and stuff like that, the Pike Syndicate and everything? I remember recalling something about that. Somebody talking about it or something.
Either she
helped Ahsoka escape the, you know, in a couple of episodes, I believe, with the Pike Syndicate in the during the Clone War animated series. I forget though. I got to rewatch that entire thing again.
Yeah, I haven't watched that in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious because, like, what if they're just throwing smoke and mirrors? I think we'll definitely see maybe Mandalorian pop up soon, but I don't think they're going to drop him that soon in this season.
No, not this early.
I think it's going to be more along the lines of Bo-Katan and them. They're going to drop. I really think it's going to be her. Or really piss people off and have what's her name, Gina Carano's character fucking jump in.
Oh my god!
Set some people off.
I would that would be so awesome. Like, surprise, bitches! Y'all thought she was fired.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, ah!
Disney's like, hey, guess what? Like, you know. But no, I think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be Mandalorian. I think it's going to be Bo-Katan and them, or one of those guys in there. I don't think it's going to be him. It's too early, I think, for him. Like Rafi said, like, why are you going to shoot your load in one shot in one season when you know they're going to set this up for multiple seasons?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, how do you convince Bo-Katan to help, especially since they're not hired guns? I mean, they're on a mission to get the throne. I guess get Mandalore back. I mean, I understand her wanting to help Fennec, because Fennec was helped and Boba helped in that mission. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just one of those questions. But yeah, I predict that you're right. That Bo-Katan and them are.
There's only 2 episodes left, right? There's only 2 episodes left of this.
3.
There's
3.
Oh, is it 3?
Yeah, it's 7, not 8.
It's 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I think teasing it. I think if things kind of stay in this same, like, where people are kind of underwhelmed and stuff, I think the writers, I think they should have probably foreseen it. That if you're a talented writer, if you're a talented producer, you're gonna know that the Star Wars crowd is
Mhm.
they're very hard to please, and
Mhm.
you have something that this kind of low speed, low kind of low keyness. You're gonna have to come up with something big to end the season to have
Mhm.
people come back, and to me that would be the reason that you write Mando into the script.
You're
Yeah, but I
right,
don't
man.
think it. I don't think it's too. I think it's too early. Maybe they tease him or something. But because didn't they? Wasn't the Pike Syndicate a part of the whole Darth Maul thing with like uh
The
the
Crimson Dawn.
Shadow Collective or something like that? Whatever it is, I remember somebody talking about that.
I believe there's the Crimson Dawn, which I believe was Darth Maul's
That
thing.
was
Hmm.
his crew. Yeah, that was his
I
crew.
and I forgot which one Prince Shizor was for the what during the Shadows of the Empire. I forgot what the hell that crew was called.
Oh, okay. So I just pulled this up. Okay, it
Mhm.
says the Pike Syndicate was a major component of Darth Maul's Shadow Collective,
Mhm.
a criminal conglomerate, a key part of Maul's plan to kill Anakin Skywalker during the siege of Mandalore. A siege that both Ahsoka and Bo-Katan were major players in. Huh. I didn't watch all of Clone Wars and stuff like that. I didn't get a chance to watch all of it,
I did,
but
but there were so many episodes that I had
yeah.
to,
But so like reading on with this, uh, the Pikes are one of the remaining organizations in the Mandalore Grudge in recent history, and played an instrumental part of bloodshed and destruction of Mandalore. So, dude, I think it's gonna be Bo-Katan and then because she's so fucking gun ho about taking
She
Mandalore
really
back
is.
over.
She
I think
really
it's gonna
is.
be her. And people
I
could
wouldn't.
say I talk shit because I'm not as huge a Star Wars fan, but I'm looking at it logistically. Like, dude, bring her in here, not Mandalorian quite yet. Because think about it, she's got her and her crew, dude. They could fuck up people themselves left and right,
Yeah,
and she already fucking hates them as it is. Like, what, dude? What if it really freaked people out? They bring her and fucking Ahsoka in them, but that's like way too much in one fucking season. So,
well, okay,
I,
I
I,
want you to I want you to think about it this way. This is gonna sound kind of messed up.
no, go ahead, go
Okay,
ahead.
so I predict that it's gonna be in the reverse order, though. I believe that Mando is definitely gonna be before Bo-Katan
Huh.
because, and here's the reason why. Um, they Mandalorian can't be the damsel. They can't do a damsel in distress where they save. It's got to be a girl that saves dudes now. That's what I think they're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
do.
you're thinking of it
They're
from
gonna pull
that way.
some woke shit. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I think is gonna happen. They're gonna pull some woke shit like that. I'm just that's
you
the
know,
sad
because
state
they
of
haven't
things.
pulled any woke shit yet in it. Not,
Yeah,
not.
so yeah, that to
You
me
heard
is
it from Coco. Hashtag woke.
that's right. Red pills. Not just kidding. Stupid. Stupid. But yeah, that's how I feel that is going to happen. That there's no way they're going to allow, uh, yeah, that that Mando saves Bo-Katan, even though it would make sense to because he's got the saber.
yeah, it's true. He's got a dark saber.
I got the saber.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't put those two into the room too quickly because that would put whoever they are on the opposite sides pretty fucking quick. You know what I mean? Because now she wants to go after him. But
It's sad
anyway,
because you're like, I don't even want this shit. Y'all, I try to give it to you.
yeah.
That's not how
He's like, I
that
don't want this
works.
fucking shit. Like, here, take it. Like, anyway.
I'm just trying
So
to drop
what?
my kid off at school.
So let's see here. So what would you guys give the episode?
4.5.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for me too.
I gave it a solid 4. It's definitely better than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to find out what's going to happen. But yeah, I give it a solid 4. So I'd say,
I definitely like the way the Nicktoons look too. That biker gang. That was
Yeah.
pretty
oh
dope.
yeah.
That's what makes more sense to Tatooine than them kids. I was hoping that was the crew that Boba would recruit to join. To
I
join
think it was a little bit anticlimactic though, like for him to take Slave One and just blast him out
blast
of
them out.
existence. I would like to for him to have landed the Slave One and then getting out and then
And
like
just wrecking them.
yeah, or like taking out the
Um,
gang with the Slave One, but then getting the leader in a one-on-one and saying, "You remember these people?
I,
Yeah, well, I'm gonna take your
Well,
fingers off one by one. Then
I,
I'm gonna shave I'm gonna pluck your nose hairs out one by one,
I know.
and then I'm gonna shave all your hair off so you look like me. Then I'm gonna leave you in your boxer shorts to wander the desert for three
yeah,
and a half years,
with your
and
beanbag all hanging out, like
hopefully you run into some sand people yourself."
Well, here's the thing, though. I'm beginning to believe that. Remember how I said that sometimes they say things and it means something.
yeah.
Remember, Fennec says, "I don't think that it was the. There's no way that she said that she couldn't believe that that biker gang could have taken on all them sand people." I have a feeling that maybe Cad Bane or the Pike Syndicate obviously did some, had something.
Set
They
them up.
did it as a message to Boba.
Right, no, I get it, but I don't think it. Yeah, but I think they try to trick Boba into thinking into saying that it was the biker gang, but I don't think it was them. And Boba Fett killed those guys. I think he's gonna. There's gonna be repercussions to all of that. I think.
Because those biker guys, were they working with the Pike Syndicate, or were they just a second conglomerate?
Allegedly, that's the problem because
Maybe they did that just to get them eliminated.
remember the Pikes told Boba Fett that the Pike Syndicate. That's just what the Pike said. That's probably not necessarily what happened, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? He just told Boba Fett that we're paying the Pikes, but that's probably not what's taking. I mean, the Pikes. We're paying the Nictus. It's possible that it's not that's not the arrangement that's taking place. You know what I mean? And he just said that to set them up. To set them up. I mean, the Pike said that to set them up. That's what I think. Especially since Fennec said that there's no way that those guys could have, destroyed the Sand People with their gear. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I agree. I think they got set up. I think the biker gang got set up, which is why I would have preferred for Boba to eliminate the gang and then just get the leader in a one-on-one. Ask the right questions and do it in a more Boba type fashion, where he gets them down to his skivvies and while you got your yam bags out, why don't you go take a little walk through the desert?
Why during that episode when he was fighting, what's his name, the Black Wookiee? Why did they every time? Why during that time, every time you saw them fight, they kept zooming in on his crotch, and his legs were spread eagle. Did you notice that? I was like, Bethany even looked at me. They were like, "Why do they keep showing his crotch? That's weird." Like,
now that's all I can focus on when I watch that shit from here on. Thanks, Obama.
Anyway, on that note, we're on 2 hours. Is there anything else we wanted to do? So, what did you guys give the episode? You said all of us we did all that.
Yeah, 4, 5, 5.
Is there anything else you want to talk about pretty quick? Because we're already at 2 hours and 8 minutes.
No, because everything else is gonna take us into
We'll do all that next week. Shit.
Yeah. We haven't even touched on Peacemaker.
No, that's next. I can't wait to talk about that next week.
Oh, we should mix it up a little bit. Like we do one, like the next couple of weeks, we'll talk. Maybe we do like 2 episodes of Boba at the same time or something. Who knows? We'll have to figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We'll also have the ramen toy situation.
Oh, we could quickly talk about that if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Might as well.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh my God. So I for one, ramen toys, they did the Centurions, right? And I was pretty excited about that. And then I ordered that set from them, which is pretty cool. It's a nice set. And I'm going to show you real quick. Ramen toy on their Facebook page. it fucking loads up. So they're offering early bird specials right now for all their new figures and shit. Well, let's see here. Let's go down. All right, so now let me scroll all the way down. So these assholes decided to up and drop the G1
Cartoon,
colors, the cartoon colors,
Yeah.
the actual colors, none, not have the the weathering effect to them or nothing like that, just like the toy colors, and updated head sculpts. Like, to me, the head sculpts look just as bad as the original ones, because look like Team America shit, like claymation style look.
Fuck yeah,
America! Fuck yeah! So I mean, they're better. The head sculpts are more like the actual toy from back in the day. I think what they should do is they should have gave you the option to where they gave you the updated head sculpt and the updated helmet to go with that head sculpt for the other ones, instead of reissuing all of these. Because now it's pretty much pissing a lot of people off that they're dropping these with an early bird offer of 188 for all the early bird people like me who got in on the original set. But then now that means we got to buy 2 sets.
Yeah.
So does that mean for here on out, they're going to be constantly doing 2 sets? Because they just teased a bunch of new figures. So does that mean they're going to go with this route instead and scratch the other ones? Or like the toy color, you know what I mean? Or are they going to go with that other one and then offer this one? Because the guy, Ace, pissed a lot of people off, and he wrote a message here. What is it? Saturday evening, he goes, "I lied and cheated investors that the Commanders are one-time run that will never be released again. But now I just reissued them. Sincerely apologies, Noel Lee," which is Ace. He's pissing a lot of people off right now.
Well, yeah, because now you got these collectors that thought they had, a limited one-time only deal, and now you've just shit on all of that with everything you guys went through, getting your figures in, the QC problems and all that stuff that you guys went through to get your figures, and now that he drops this, it devalues the hell out of that first set.
Assuming that the second one is going to be better, than the quality.
Well, they which I don't see that they updated it. They need to put fucking ankle rockers in the ankles, because there isn't any. There's barely an ankle rocker, but because of the mold, it won't do it. It's like barely. It's just a little bit. So the fact that they're offering this set up now for April of 2022. And the problem is that I wanted this originally. I didn't want the other ones. I would have rather had this, like the toy colors. So now, like, they've been teasing. I don't know if you can see. Let me scroll down. So here are the toy color ones. Here, I'll show you. Look at that. It looks great. There's no weathering on it. They're just painted. You know what I mean? The head sculpts are bad. They look like they're really bad. They look like animatronic faces from like when you went into Chuck E. Cheese as a kid and had the really bad animatronics. So I would have and look, even the paint looks like it's got a pearlescent effect to it. You know what I mean? I would have rather had these than the sets that we got. And so now, like me and all these other people, we're having to go through and rebuy this shit.
He shouldn't have just never made such a bold statement saying that it was whatchamacallit, man. That's messed up.
Yeah, like a single run. And I want this set, but then now they're offering it to you. Look, even this guy, he's like, motherfuckers. Like, people are mad. And now they're saying April 2022. And they're 12 scale, but they're small. They're small for 12 scale. Right? And it pisses me off because they've been teasing. Let me scroll down here. The Silverhawk shit. But then look at this. Now they're starting to reveal pictures
The
of the
bad guys.
antagonist and all the bad guys and shit. Look at
Yeah.
this. And then now they tease this at the same time. You're like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, and then of course now they're doing like, you know, Silverhawks and shit. I mean, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that face sculpt looks better than, you know, what they did initially, but I mean, I had to admit though, that Quicksilver does look fucking good though.
So wait,
He
they were
does.
able to get the license for Silverhawks?
They're
Yeah.
subdoing it through Super 7.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Super 7 is the one allowing them to do this. Interesting. Interesting. They
So-
didn't use the Four Horsemen.
Yeah. They're going through like so apparently they're going to be doing their own, but they're also doing it.
Okay, so two different kinds of Silverhawks.
So they're two different scales.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, the one that hangs out with Thundercats
Uh-huh.
and the ones that don't.
But then now it's like, dude, this set looks actually really fucking good.
Breaking news: 2-minute warning. Kansas City's up 26-21, but Buffalo got the ball. 2-minute warning, and it's 4th and 13. If the Buffalo Bills do not score or whatever, they're screwed.
So just to give you an idea, they wrote something about the 80s Commanders. They're basically saying, we heard what you guys said of critiques about our head sculpts. We heard what you said about issues with, you know, like with the ankle rockers, miscellaneous shit like that. The original colors don't match, blah, 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 like everything else. They don't match the 80s versions. So now they're offering an early bird price of $188. So if I wanted all three in that new color style, now I have to fork up $188 to turn around and get those. It sucks.
Yeah.
So now they're starting, I think they started this week. Yeah, they start tomorrow, the pre-orders. But even though they're opening up all these pre-orders for everybody, anybody who got on the pre-order early for the original set, they're now letting everybody get them for a lot cheaper than what the early bird is for other people. Like for the people that weren't the early birds that got the original set, it's like $269 or something like that for the set. And we're going to get them for $188. Okay, yeah, right here. Regular price $269, early bird offer $188. Full payment USD must be made by February 13th, 2022. So they're offering you, instead of paying the full thing up front, you can put a down payment. But if I'm going to do them, I'm just going to pay all up front. You know what I mean? So as for the Silverhawks, look at this. It's early bird is 65, USD is 99 for that figure. Ralphie, you there?
Yeah. What
Oh.
scale is this?
This is 12 scale,
112.
so it's 7 inches tall is what they're saying it is.
Okay. It's
So
pretty
I
good
may
looking.
just, I mean, it looks good.
It looks pretty good.
I like the fact they have the silver on it, but then
Mhm.
I don't think anybody's going to do the chrome. I think that's out the window.
Breaking news: Buffalo Bills are up 27-26. 2 minutes left.
Woo!
So wow. So just an FYI, that whole drama that's been going on about this, it says the early backers of the 80s Commanders project are not investors. Please make that distinction clear. Thank you. So people have been bitching at them. Like, am I an early investor? Like, since I adopted early, am I an investor? Like, people are going apeshit. So
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of
now,
sad.
now,
They
see,
should
now
do-
you now he's going tit for tat with the people who are buying the products, and that's not a good sign either.
he should do them right by saying, "Hey, you guys get first dibs on trying to get."
well,
this."
that's what he's doing. So long story short, anybody that was an early bird will get it first before everybody else. But here's the thing. When anybody who did the early bird on that initial set, we get early bird on everything they have from here on out.
Awesome.
All right, well, here
Breaking
until a
news:
certain
2-point
date.
conversion. 2-point conversion.
Oh, shit.
29-26 Bills.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a minute 54 minutes. Go ahead. Continue.
Um. Okay, so basically, the early bird special makes it buy two get one free. Is what the pricing basically. But anyways, yeah. So a lot of people are irritated. I get paid this Wednesday, so I'm just gonna throw in the fifth. I'm just gonna throw down the pre-order, and then like the people who were early bird adopters will get it before everybody else. Basically, is what it ends up being.
Mm.
So
You're
because
okay with
now,
that? You're
Yeah.
okay
well,
with that? Like,
there was a lot of people that said I'm not going to do this. It's kind of like the whole pre-order thing with a lot of these companies, right? A
Mhm.
lot of people bitch. They're like, I'm not going to touch this. But then as soon as this shit comes out and everybody sees it, they're like, oh shit, I want that. And then they scramble to try to get the same price.
Right.
Right. So I think that's only fair for the people like me that decided early on that, hey, we decided to go out on a limb and give you guys a chance. Uh, it's cool that he's given us the opportunity to get it before other people. I think that's
Yeah.
kind of cool. It's going to piss people off, but
mhm.
then does that mean that the people that are going to get the early bird of the Silverhawks, does that mean that they're going to get early bird of other shit later? Or is he just going to keep adding that and then, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, like if he does something like that, that'll piss me off. But
I on the one hand, obviously, it sucks for the consumer who is assuming that they're never going to make something like this again. But on the
mhm.
other hand, it gets a chance for more people to enjoy, you know,
But
the product.
the thing is that people all the time do fucking repaints.
Yeah, no, agreed.
So people shouldn't be surprised of being a repaint of another one.
I agree. That's what I mean wholeheartedly. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
on the
So,
one hand, you don't you want him to succeed so that he can
but the people that
make
missed
more
out
stuff.
on the early run,
Hmm.
people are probably going to be dropping theirs to get this early bird special. To be honest, or you know what I mean?
True.
I think on the I think the majority of people who are getting pissed off are, the people who buy these things and resale is the first thing on their mind.
Yeah.
Like, they go in on, like, I see it with fans toys all the time.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, I see it with fans toys all the time, and it's kind of an ugly thing. Like,
Yes, it is.
no one has ever gotten rich peddling toys. It's sometimes can be a good supplement, but it's never ever been something where you break bank, like you're
Yeah.
rich because you flip toys. So people buy these things thinking that I'm buying it at this price, but 5, 10 years from now I could flip it around for, double, triple that.
Hmm.
And they've got that mentality. And now that the second set is now getting revealed, that gets all kiboshed. You
Now,
know,
who's to say that this set isn't a one-time thing now, and then he's going to continue the rest of them with the weathered?
it that's all a possibility. But
Yeah.
since this guy is, obviously now, shitty with his word, you can't take that as
Yeah.
concrete. So I don't know. I guess he's doing the best he can for business, and you know, as
Well,
far
the
as like,
problem, the main thing was a lot of these people bitch because they didn't do the original colors.
hmm
And now they said, okay, you know what? Because you guys bitch so much about our first initial run, I understand why he went back and said, hey, we're going to put these out because he's trying to do fan service to the people and
hmm
saying, okay, we fixed the problems that you guys said. Here it is. But then on the other hand, like you said, you got people that are more worried about, and they're not collectors. The people that get stuff just to flip it, they're not a collector. And most of the time
right,
they call themselves a collector, but they're not. They're
right.
a whole different, they're in it just for the
Oh,
resale value.
hmm
touchdown, Patrick Mahomes, 32-29, real quick to Tyreek Hill,
Oh
64.
shit,
Yeah,
nice.
13.
So anyway,
Yeah, 13. What's up? A minute and 13 left.
So I can see why people would get frustrated on all sides. Like I'm a little frustrated about it because I kind of wish I would have got those colors initially.
Right.
Because it's more of the toy aspect. So now it's like, which one is he going to go with? And if I miss out on this set, and the rest of them end up being like this toy color, then I'm going to get fucked. So now it forces you to buy the other set. You know, see what I'm saying? So now I understand why he did it. But now the same people are bitching because he did what they asked him to do. Because I think this dude really is a fan of this shit, and he really wants to put out a good product. And when, just like some of these other companies, I mean, we see it all the time. Look at, was it X Transbots with their cup? They did the same fucking thing, didn't they? They recalled a bunch of shit to get the other stuff. If anything, try to recall this stuff, trade it in for the painted shit, or offer like a pretty discounted price, which it seems like he is. Or maybe instead of the early bird special, the 188 that we pay for, maybe we pay $150 versus 188 for the early bird. So I don't know. It's kind of iffy. It's kind of weird about that.
For me, and this is just me as a collector. If the guy made a move like that, I couldn't be too mad because homeboy got to eat.
Yeah. That's the other side too of it. You know, people are gonna buy it no matter what. They're gonna bitch about it all they want, but they're gonna turn around and do it.
Right.
And then you see these investors. They're like, oh yeah, well, not investors, but like all these people that call themselves a collector, but they aren't. They're more along for
Flippers.
resale value. Yeah, they're flippers, whatever you want to call them. So I see it from all aspects.
I think that's your biggest complainer.
Yeah.
Is the guy who went in and thought he was gonna have like a limited, edition, intergalactic, never gonna see it again piece. And now, his whole dream of selling it for $1,000, 20 years from now is now down the tubes. So I think that's the guy that you mainly have complaining. The collector, the people who actually want this product and they want it because they're fans of the Centurions. That's the guy who's going to go in regardless and get this painted set, and they don't give a crap about any of that stuff.
That's why I was just like, you know what? Like the weather ones are cool. Those are more realistic. These are the cartoon versions. Like I would probably have the other ones on display, but then I would probably play with those. Like as a kid and stuff. So anyway.
I mentioned fans toys. I just wanted to say to everybody out there, your boy sucks. I missed the pre-orders. I did not get Mirage or Jazz. I didn't react in time. I was at work.
Neither did I.
I didn't react in time.
I'll let you guys fight over who wants to get it. I got one of each at BBTS.
Okay. one of each as far as
so
are they no longer available to pre-order on BBTS anymore either?
No.
Hang on. I don't think so. But
what about Hanny? Does Hanny still have
Hanny may have it. Hit him up and ask.
I checked the website and Hanny, the pre-order sold out.
Oh, youch.
All orders.
And Hanny was the last one standing.
Okay, so I've got Jive, Hitch, and Phantasm on. We could talk about that later when we get off air. So.
All right.
But
no, I'll let V get it because I want him to get back into the game. Yeah. Let him back in the game.
You guys figure it out, and then one of you guys grab it, and maybe you get one of you grab the other.
I got another guy. I want to see what.
Ooh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
My combi friends. Not just kidding.
Yeah. So anyway.
Oh, terrible. He's not really combi.
Yeah.
I must break you. Oh yeah.
I must break you.
All right, folks. Well, this has gone for far too long, and yeah, uh, we're gonna be closing it out. So I'd like to give a shout out to all the people who support us on the regular, on the daily, and on the weekly. We love
Even the haters.
you all of and the haters who are detractors and all of that stuff too. We're
Bring on the hate.
we're all never gonna agree on everything, but come on, let's not lose sleep in trying to hurt us and stuff. Yeah, shout out to all the people who listen to us, and to all the people who could not be here for our episode this week. I hope we get the rest of our cast to come back again. I imagine that they're going through some heavy stuff still, and I hope that whatever it is that they're going through, they're able to transcend from all of that and come back and play with us again in our little sandbox. So with all that said, Young V, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me here.
Wait.
Breaking
17
news.
seconds. Breaking news. Buffalo up ahead, 35-33, touchdown.
Go Bills, go
Yeah.
Bills, go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. Go Bills. We ain't going down without a
Yo,
fight.
this Super Bowl coming up is gonna be fucking wild with all these different teams. Holy
I
shit.
hope so.
Yeah.
Allen.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
four
awesome.
touchdowns, 329 yards.
Whew.
Woo.
Big day.
Woo. Yeah.
With that being said, you can find me here every Thursday with these fine gents. You can find me on Instagram, the Vendetta, Ralph the Vendetta Rodriguez. You can find me under VS underscore Toybox, V's Toybox. You can also find me at the Nerds Have Spoken podcast Instagram. You could find me at the Nerds Have Spoken podcast on Facebook. Ralph the Vendetta Rodriguez on Facebook. I do have a Twitter, I do have a TikTok, but I am not active, so that would be it. That's where you can find me. And if I don't answer right away, it's because I'm a father. But hit me up in the
One
DMs.
of us will hit you up.
And shout out to everybody who is gotten a pick of the day on the Instagram. Keep up the good work. I'm out there. I'm looking. I take occasional days off, simply because life gets stressed. But I'm out there and I'm looking, man. If you got a good shot of something and you want to show it off, hit me in the DM, and I'll showcase your work. Or any of us will.
Maybe we get some of those people on again too.
Yeah, we could even get you on the show here, and you could talk about your passion. Shout out to Hollow Matt TF dude. Shout out to Super Robot Lifeforms. Shout out to, there's a ton of them. You guys are out there, and we're scoping it out, and you guys are taking some really nice pics. And thanks to everybody who was liking and sharing and staying in contact. We appreciate you. That being said, Jay, where can they find you?
You cannot find me at a toilet anymore. You can find me at Jason Lowery in the Facebook groups. You can find me at Jason Lowery on Instagram whenever I post. You can find me on Xbox at TheClutch2345 playing Call of Duty. I just downloaded Rainbow Six off Game Pass. I'll probably start hitting that up. Rainbow Six Extraction, I think is what it's called. You can find me at UFind, guys, every Thursday. And we want to kind of give a little shout out to our boys coming next week, MPSP. They are going to be coming back and recording again. And they will be popping on Saturday evenings. So be sure to check them out. We will post a link. Be sure to watch our social media accounts because they'll be able to pop up on wherever they're going to be recording. we're working on a little something together. You guys will be seeing very soon. You know what's coming. So shout out to those guys. It's great to see you guys coming back. I can't wait to watch. And shout out to family and friends to help us get this little time that we have once a week to bullshit, hang out. You know what I mean? And get to hang out with you guys and stuff like that. It's awesome, and it's great that our families allow us to actually do this. So I appreciate all of them for allowing us to take this time to do this. Shout out to the guys and the rest of the cast. Hopefully we'll see you here soon. I know everybody's got some miscellaneous stuff going on, and not everybody can be on every week. But be sure to be on the lookout for some good things starting here very soon between us and MPSP. So,
boom.
Cool.
That's it for me. What about you, Coco? Oh. Remember.
Go ahead.
Remember. BotCon 2022, baby. Make sure you go check that shit out. Get your hotel rooms. If they're sold out and they're a little bit higher, hit myself up or hit Hanny or whoever you can to try to see if you can get some more hotel rooms in. So if you get a chance, go to it. Shout out to the Roman collectors also.
Right.
Boom.
All right. Well, you guys can find me at Cocoasmooth619 on the YouTubes and Cocoasmooth at the IGs. I hardly ever really on Facebook, guys. I don't know. I don't know if it's because my app sucks or whatever, but I just not motivated to really go in. The only time I'm only there is when I get tagged from you guys for something. But other than that, that's all. That's where you can find me mostly in IG, and the YouTube's making videos that Jason has helped me improve my video game, my video making game. So you guys can watch me grow into developing.
Whoa. That's a different type of website. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, looks like it's a tie game, overtime, field goal, 36-36. Wow.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah, unbelievable. With only 13 seconds, KC was able to make magic happen and get at least a whatchamacallit.
Oh yeah.
Wow. And with that said, I guess we'll find out what the hell happened at the end of next week. So until then, the nerds have spoken.
Boo.
Catch you guys next week.
Be good to each other.
Peace.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out.